What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
one. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Sherry, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to opening day for Battlecourt Jai-Alai. Coming to you live from the all-new Jam Arena here in Miami, Florida. Tonight's opening day game day will feature the Warriors and Chargers. It's been an off-season full of change, but we're finally ready to play some Jai-Alai. Let me tell you, it's been better than ever. Stu, great to be back here alongside. Happy New Year and happy opening day.
I thought I was in the midst of a dream, but it's getting a little bit more real. So just work with me here, Andrew. Something's not right, but there's a serve coming up.
Well, we're ready to go here,
Alex
Stu.
serves, and we begin.
Yeah, well, Division II doubles to kick us off here. That's Alex and Mandy against Iturbide and Migarena.
Iturbide, placement to the inside, scores on the second bounce. First point for Iturbide and Migarena of the Chargers. That inside placement is going to be working.
Well, you're seeing it right away, Stu. One of the biggest changes of this court is just the sheer size of this one. A little bit taller here, about 15 feet higher.
15 plus feet taller, 6 feet longer.
Longer, and a
2
few
feet
feet
wider
wider as well. So you're going to see those inside placements, just a little more space for those shots to score, and Iturbide finding it early.
So you're in my dream? Because well, anyway, let me get back to this. I'll talk to you about it later.
We'll get back.
Alex Cortada is long. Iturbide, fine catch on the right side. Outside placement back to the inside. Ooh. What a catch by Alex. That ball made a left turn. Manny up high. Catch by Iturbide, backhand from 6th line. Manny's there. Robote not coming out. 1-1. Alex serves.
Well, coming over to the new Jam Arena here, also working with a new ball. Same surface as you're used to here. The back wall is the same glass that we played previous battle court seasons, but that one a little more dead as it hit off the back wall. And I think you're going to see that a little bit more with some of these rebotes. Not going to come out nearly as far as you're used to seeing.
That's what we've been seeing in the practices. And the ball starts off a little bit faster in the beginning.
Yeah.
As it gets warm, gets a little bit more predictable. What a catch by Manny. Here's the backhand.
And I know we've used to been seeing a lot of shots, and with the fact that the rebote doesn't come out maybe as far, it's probably a little bit harder to score on those shots off the rebote. And if you do see it, they're probably going to be thrown a little bit deeper in the court than we're used to.
Ichibide was talking about that yesterday. Yeah. Amigurena makes the catch in the air. Here's the backhand to the inside. Alex from the 7 line. Amigurena in the corner. Backhand from the 10. Seriously, Andrew, when I explain, that ball is missed in the backcourt. That's the second point for Alex and Manny of the Warriors. They lead 2-1. Seriously, when I tell you about this dream,
yeah,
you're not going to believe it. It's but you're here. I'm not going to ask you to pinch me because I don't want any HR nonsense, but Alex is serving. Amigurena on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 7 line. Manny to the inside. Amigurena in the corner. Beautiful catch. Rebote. Alex is there. Winding up. Costello to the inside. Missed on the scoop. That's a 3rd point for Alex and Manny of the Warriors. Alex serves.
That's a perfect example of a shot that's going to be a lot more difficult to handle on this court compared to what you're used to seeing. You know, when it's a front wall that kind of absorbs a lot of the speed, that ball's not coming at Amigurena all too hard. And also, see how Alex throws it a little higher, gets that bounce, and it's right at Amigurena's feet. And then misses the next serve coming at him, too.
That's an ace. A 4th point for Alex and Manny. Alex has a serve.
Well, last season, Amigurena had a great year alongside Gaucheri on the Renegades, one of his best catch rates of all time in his battle court career. Again,
everything changes.
Right, I was just going to say.
Everything changes, but I'm confident Amigurena is going to get used to the court.
And we're going to be saying that a lot through the first week
absolutely.
and maybe month of this season.
What a catch by Manny in the corner. Beautifully played. Here's Amigurena, backhand from the 8 line. Manny on the catch. Rebote up the middle. Ichibide to the inside. Manny advances, then backs up, takes it on the forehand. Big backhand by Amigurena. Caught by Alex at the 8 line. Here's a powerful forehand. Amigurena takes it in the air. Forehand to the inside. Alex from the 7, backhand. Amigurena from the 10 line. Alex midcourt. Cortada. Oh! Scores. That was close. 5 points and possible set point for our first set. Jam Arena for the World Jai-Alai League for Alex and Manny. Alex serves.
Well, just a well-played
Cortada. I mean, Cortadas are dangerous to be. I mean, these are genuine, legitimate Cortadas that. I mean, as they're defined.
Well, to that point, so I was going to say the Cortadas especially and a lot of right-sided throws are going to be a little bit more deadly on this court than what we're used to seeing.
Beautiful forehand catch by Amigurena. Manny reads it well, takes it on the bounce. Ichibide, backhand from the 7. Manny now from the 10. Rebote for Alex. Costello, 2-all off the rebote. Ichibide stops it. Karam opens wide and scores. Beautifully played by Ichibide to score. A 2nd point for Ichibide and Amigurena. Still possible set point for Alex and Manny.
We'll see if that'll get Ichibide going. One of the best 2-walls on this roster. Used to seeing him throw it from the left side of his body. This time he goes with the Karam. Right side, hits off the sidewall. Front wall opens it up nicely.
Alex
not even moving out to it.
Alex back there at the 7 line. Here's Manny on the backhand. Powerfully thrown to pass. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Manny takes that in the air. Amigurena in the corner. Difficult catch. Alex from midcourt. Amigarena now from the 10 line to the inside.
Oh, beautiful grab.
Robote for Alex. Played for the big bounce to the inside. Up it goes. Amigarena on the forehand out of the corner. Alex is there, winding up. Placement inside, coming in low, scores. Point and set to Alex and Manny of the Warriors. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
I'll make a quick point here as we go to the set break. Alex and Manny 6-2. The drop shots and the placement shots of the inside also going to be a little bit more effective too, because one thing that you see more in traditional highlight is the presence of the chick-jack and the chula.
Absolutely.
You've talked about it at length. We see it. We saw it a few times across the season over at the other facility. But here that's going to come into play a little bit more. So what's that going to do to the backcourt? It's going to keep them back a little bit deeper because they got to protect that part of the court. And it's just going to open up the inside like that. And Alex was able to find the space a few times.
So
back to the dream. You've been dying to get it out.
well, I'm asking someone to pinch me because
Well, I'll do it for you.
No, so I mean, the truth of the matter is that it's like I had this weird dream that like sometime over the last 8 years, I've lost track of time, that we were at a dog track with a glass highlight front on. But that can't possibly be true. So with players that had no experience, that never played, which also can't be true, right?
Right.
And then it's like I woke up, seriously, I think something may have happened. I look up and this is a familiar place. I'm familiar. I see WJAL. I see announcers booth, I think it was at one point in time. It's now the Jam Arena. All the players are fantastic. The play is terrific. You're still here?
Still here.
So am I like awake? Am I dreaming? Did the what the hell happened?
You're not dreaming, Stu. I mean, I was in that same dream with you, and I think we found ourselves in a better one now here. Great facility at Jam Arena. I've only been here and seen some of the practices so far, so it's good to get these guys out there in game action because, as you know, in all other sports, practice is a lot different than real practice.
100%, no question.
And they got to get out there and play at a different speed. And look, in that first set, Alex was incredibly aggressive. I mean, throwing shots to the inside a couple of times there. And Iturbide didn't really start to open it up. I mean, last season, Iturbide struggled just a bit. His doubles record was 12-8 across his 2 doubles teams, which, again, it's pretty solid, but this is a guy that was winning over 70% of his doubles games throughout his entire career in Iturbide. So he's the number 2 for this Chargers team, one of the best shot makers, one of the best costado 2-walls on the roster. And look, the team's going to go as far as he takes them. And in that first set, Warriors took him completely out of it. Got to give Alex a lot of credit for that.
100%. I'll get away from my fever dream. And back to the highlight. Here's the serve. This one's caught by Iturbide. Powerful backhand, wall-to-wall Robote. Comes up the middle. Alex is there. Amigarena powerfully from the left side. Amigarena at the sidewall. Fine catch. Big backhand. Robote comes all the way out. Alex. Pica Robote. Stopped by Amigarena. Robote comes out again. Alex to the outside. Scoop attempt is missed. First point of the second set goes to Alex and Manny of the Warriors. Alex serves.
Smart shot there for Alex, throwing it to Amigarena's forehand. I mean, Amigarena last season, we talked about his catch rate. He was in the top 15 in the roster, but his forehand catch rate was in the bottom 10% of the roster here. So throwing it to his right side, forced him to make a catch that way. He's missed a few so far.
Big backhand by Amigarena.
Look at this bouncer.
Beautiful catch by Amigarena. He takes that on the bounce. Backhand to the inside. Coming up the wall, and Manny's there.
That's the type of shots, too, that you're going to see a lot
100%,
more on this court with a true bounce.
And you're seeing a different Manny.
Yeah.
You're seeing a slightly different Manny. Look at the comfort level that he's got. Here's the catch by Amigarena. Backhand. These are some of the subtle changes that we're talking about, switching courts.
Oh. How about this shot?
Alex changes it up, drops it in, it scores. That's 2 points for Alex and Manny of the Warriors. Alex serves. Quite a shot, eh?
I mean, off the Robote here, I was just the one that was saying you're not going to see a ton of shots, but this one with a softer touch finesse with the drop shot to the inside. Again, you see that back quarter. He's starting back at the 10 line here, and it's a long, about 100-foot run to get up to it.
Forehand by Manny. Ichibide from the 7 line. Ball tipped at the sidewall. Third point for Alex and Manny here in the second set. Alex has serve. Yeah. So that unique bounce that existed before, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, no, this sidewall has, what a catch. Drop shot will score. A perfect play by Ichibide gets the Chargers on the board with a point. Ichibide serves.
That's the first serve he's been able to attack. I mean, it came right to his left side, and this is
Look at this replay.
Is his game.
Look at this replay.
Yep.
Look at this view. It's a cement. It's a granite front wall with a pad. How did our guys do that? Magic?
Looks great, Stu.
It does, doesn't it? Happy to have it.
We'll shout out some of the people because there's been a lot of hard work to get all this set up, and you were a big part of it.
I did a lot of vacuuming, actually. Here's the catch by Amigarena. Backhand from the 8 line. Manny calls for it. Forehand straight back. Caught by Ichibide. Beautiful catch by Manny. Amigarena at the back wall. Forehand to the inside. Crossing. Stopped by Manny on the bounce. Ichibide back at the 7. Herbote's on the wall, cut off by Alex. Alex lets it pass. Amigarena's there. Manny stops that one from hitting him in the face. Ichibide cuts it up, winds up, drops it in to score. Good effort by Alex. That is a second point for Ichibide and Amigarena.
Well, look, Stu, we've already seen a majority of the shots scoring to the inside portion of the court and pretty close towards the front wall. I mean, that extra space.
The additional 2 feet to the outside that has to be covered for these guys who have really good Costavo 2 walls. The backcourter's got to cover the inside. We're going to be seeing a lot of that. The backcourter has to cover the drop shots.
And Ichibide can cut it open as wide as everyone. That's why you see so much respect for Alex defending the outside.
Absolutely. Big backhand. This Herbote is coming out. High bounce.
Ooh.
Manny off the tip. That goes 3-3. Ichibide serves for the Chargers.
In a big run here for the Chargers. I mean, they looked down and out of it. 6-2 the first set, 3-0 down here in set number 2. They've come back with 3 straight points, and now Ichibide's got control of the serve to get back in this match.
They just look considerably more comfortable. Manny on the backhand. Amigarena at the 10 line. Manny now from the 9 to the inside. Little clip. Caught by Ichibide. Ichibide sends it back. Manny's there. Amigarena down low. Backhand from the 8 to the inside. Right to the corner. And Manny makes the catch. Herbote, the rebound off the back wall played by Alex. Gets a big bounce. Amigarena from the 10 line on the backhand. Herbote by Alex. Fine catch by Amigarena. Powerful backhand. Manny going for the save. It did not have the distance. A 4th point for Ichibide and Amigarena of the Chargers. Ichibide serves.
A little bit of indecision there from Manny.
Yeah.
You could see he didn't know whether to back up, maybe get out of the way, but he really wasn't sure where Alex was, so he stepped in front of that Herbote, tried to twist it up there, and ultimately comes up just a bit short. But as you said, Stu, just a way more comfortable Chargers team out here. And I think
in the second set.
You know,
yeah.
You get out there for the first time at game speed, it's completely different than what you've been doing in practice. And look, Ichibide alongside any one of his backcourt partners, there's been a few of them in this second division. They've been towards the top almost every year. So look, the first set, wipe it away, and they've come back here with 4 straight points to take the lead.
Here's the backhand from Manny. Amigarena off the wall with a beautiful catch. Manny up high on the forehand. Each B-Day goes wall to wall from the left side. Alex is there. Backhand by Manny. Little clip. Puts it on the forehand of Amigurena. Cortada by Amigurena. Red by Manny. Carom by Manny. Opens up. Stopped by Iturbide. Manny alone midcourt trying to make that catch. That is a 5th point for Iturbide and Amigurena. Well played. Possible set point. Wow.
A little bit of action on this point here. You got Manny moving up, and look at how he's taking off even before that ball is moving. Reads the Cortada well. And then, he's out of position, goes for that carom. Iturbide's all over it. And how about this? Look at Manny. Knows exactly where to be. It just comes off the sidewall, a little sharper angle than he's used to. And again, that'll take time, a little nuance of this court, but well played. Chargers a chance to take this set.
Amigurena in the corner. Here's right over Iturbide's head. Here's the catch by Amigurena. I mean, that wasn't me. The view is a little bit better, maybe. Iturbide takes it in the air. Goes solid 2-all, opens wide and scores. Point and set to Iturbide and Amigurena. We will go to a third and final set in just 2 minutes. Wow.
Well, there's the comeback by the Chargers, forcing a third set in our opening match of this season, Stu. Great to be back here with you all.
Battlecourt.
Battlecourt highlights.
Battlecourt highlight 2026, an entirely different view, an entirely different. I mean, you're seeing it now. Look at that camera. Look at all those. There's a lot of curtains around here.
A lot of curtain, but a great play by those Chargers coming back into it. Again, once Iturbide gets it going, that makes Manny a little more uncomfortable. Alex starts to do a little bit more, and you can see why Iturbide has been one of the best players in his division. Let's go back to the draft here. That was a big part of, of the offseason, one of the big events we had. And this Chargers team...
German food, by the way.
Yeah, what was it? It was
the Wiener Schnitzel was excellent.
Yeah, that was a great place, too. But this Chargers team, Zulua and Iturbide have been the top two in the core of this team pretty much every season since those two came into Battlecourt in Season 3. But alongside those two, now they added Amigurena in Division 3, maybe the biggest pickup of them all, Julen in Division 4, who's been a great player for the Warriors, Robin in Division 6, and then Eggy, one of the new players in the league, in Division 6 for this Chargers team. Just looking down the line here.
Eggy making his professional debut today.
Absolutely. Coming up in, what will that be, match number 3.
A lot of questions about Eggy. We've had the benefit of seeing the practices, and if that name sounds familiar, that's because he is related, of course, to none other than Mikel Igaguren, who I imagine is watching.
Again, with this Chargers team, the first thing that comes to mind for me is depth. Look how deep this team is in all positions. Robin in Division 5, for as skilled as he is, that could be a huge addition. And then Eggy, from what we've seen in the practices, looks very solid as well. You got Julen as the 4.
He's 18,
one of the top,
so,
potential, too, to get even better. And then Julen has been one of the best players in Division 4 throughout his career, and he adds another backcourter to this Chargers team that really fits well with Zulua and Iturbide.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our third and final set for our first match. Alex has the serve for the Warriors. Powerful serve by Alex to start off the third set. Here's the backhand, low and hard. Alex gets in there. Rebote left side by Alex. Amigurena up high. That ball took a big bounce. Stop. Rebote by Alex. Amigurena moves in. Backhand from the 7 line. Right to the corner. Alex is there. Iturbide switches to the forehand. Plays it back. Rebote, left side save by Amigurena. Alex was going in. Left it for Manny. Communication between Manny and Alex is excellent. Alex so aggressive this year. Every year, for that matter. Manny down low. Backhand now from the 8 line. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. Ooh, what a catch on the bounce by Manny. Late notice. Amigurena makes the save. Alex has it on the forehand. Ball tipped. First point of the decisive third set goes to Alex and Manny of the Warriors. Alex serves.
And just a miss, coming straight to Amigarena's left side. That is surely his more reliable side of the two.
Definitely. Sorry, it's hard to predict what they were doing, but there have been a lot of cortadas thrown successfully in the practices, and that may have been what they were trying to prepare for. Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between those two large red lines. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that up, huh?
Indicated by the underserve line and the overserve
the
line.
The underserve line and the overserve line.
Just like the players are still working it out still.
Stick with us, folks. Jatna, try not to hit me too hard on that one. And Steve and Mo, we're just so glad you're all out there watching. Everyone. Here's the backhand by Ichibide. Amigarena's there. Into the corner, out to the rebote, forehand by Alex. Amigarena takes that out of the air deep in the backcourt. Rebote left side to the inside. Amigarena again. Let me try that again. Amigarena again at the back wall. Kind of put those syllables together. Did you hear that? That's part of the dream.
I was thinking that.
Alex on the catch with a hop. Forehand played high. Ball tipped deep in the backcourt. Second point for Alex and Manny. Alex serves.
Well, again, to me, it looked like Alex was targeting Amigarena's forehand there. And Amigarena, I mean, he knows it too. He's had a couple misses, so he's trying to keep that ball on his left side, and he's moving across the ball as it's coming to him. The timing has to be just perfect. These guys can do it, but you'll see a couple drops like that. Makes it 2-0.
Powerful serve by Alex. Rebote by Alex to the inside. Amigarena takes it on the bounce. Rebote to the inside. I'll tell you, Andrew, player positioning is key, and you see players setting up during the volleys around the 7 line pretty consistently.
And you see these backcourters staying pretty deep too. I mean, they're not really going up above the 8 line and staying closer to the 9 and 10.
More traditional backcourt play.
Right.
You got to protect the chick-chack and the chula. They do exist here. We've seen them.
Well, that's what we talked about. And coming from a court where you don't see really any chick-chacks or chulas, I mean, that's why you've seen a lot of shots to the inside scoring here. And you see these guys just a little bit deeper and more out of position.
Manny with the backhand. Cut off in the air by Ichibide. Amigarena has the catch. Picada, the big bounce. Stopped by Manny at the back wall. Rebote by Ichibide. Alex takes it on the scoop, rifles the cortada, stopped by Ichibide. What a play. Ball tipped. Ichibide and Amigarena on the board with a point. Ichibide is serving. That's as aggressive as a point of we've seen so far.
Well, absolutely. And how about the adjustment here by Ichibide? Alex
stopping the
cortada earlier in this match. It actually hit him, but he's got no fear getting back into the sidewall. Makes a great catch. And look at where this one is. Right on the sidewall. Same as we played at that other facility, Stu. Put the ball close to the sidewall. Good things happen. That still remains true.
I mean, I'm just going to say it. I like this sidewall better.
I do too.
So I promise you Inaki does too.
By a lot.
Inaki really did not like that other sidewall. Here's the catch by Amigarena. Backhand from the 7 line. Alex. Powerfully from the backhand. Into the corner. Amigarena's there. Manny goes deep. Into the corner, Manny goes. Backhand from the 10. Ichibide, midcourt. On the forehand of Manny, the ball is stopped. Amigarena out from the 7, backhand, hard to the inside.
And a lot of times, too, the backcourt would kind of get out of the way and let his front quarter play the rebote, but you're really seeing Manny step in there, and Alex isn't calling for it either. So these guys definitely know these rebotes are not built the same.
Alex genuinely trusts Manny's knowledge of this court, even though the back wall is, well, basically, if you look down, you'll see a red line under your feet.
Yes.
He has a lot of trust in Manny, and should. Here's the catch by Miguel, backhand from the 8. Rebote.
Tough one.
At the sidewall, Miguel makes the play. Alex calls for the rebote. Big bounce. Brought down by Miguel. That ball is arrimada along the wall the whole way. Alex has it on the forehand. His forehand passes and scores. 3 points for Alex and Manny of the Warriors. Alex has the serve. Alex had an ease of play there that just, you can see how, and he's been on fire all year. Obviously, we've seen him play overseas. A little bit of a longer court, but sorry.
But he plays so well when you watch him in some of those
he's had a
tournaments
great
that
year.
you figured he was going to have a pretty, not an easier transition, but that he was going to do pretty well on this court. Favors a little more right side compared to what we're used to, and we're seeing it again early. 3-1 lead here in this third set.
Just an explosive player. Fun to watch. Ball tipped at the back wall. Second point for the Chargers. Iturbide and Miguel. Iturbide has the serve. Rare miss by Manny. And apologized. Puts his hand up and said, hey.
He's been catching great so far today. Again, kind of like we saw Miguel. He's moving as he's trying to make that catch. It just complicates it a little bit more, and again, relying on the timing to be just perfect.
That ball stays to the inside. Good serve by Iturbide. Rebote coming to the outside. Alex is on it. Fires it inside. What a scoop by Miguel. Manny on the backhand. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Alex, beautiful catch, pulling that off the wall. Big, big backhand. Clears the overhead screen out to the rebote. Manny sends it wall to wall from the left side. Forehand rebote by Iturbide. Alex makes the save one-handed. That was dropping. That's inside. Iturbide on the run makes the play. Wow. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Alex plays it high. Miguel advances, takes it in the air. Low, hard backhand caught in the air by Alex. Alex looking to pass. That's a rebote save, just keeping it in play by Iturbide. Alex makes the catch. Cortada rifled and scoring point for Alex and Manny. They have 4 points and the serve. Yeah, Cortadas have been scoring really consistent. Once that ball hits the side wall,
it maintains its speed and it's dropping lower too.
Yeah.
Again, Miguel, that right side again, plagued him in this match and makes it 4-2. Kind of gotten away from the aggressive play to start off. Don't know if maybe that was just a matter of guys figuring out the positioning, and both front quarters have kind of shored that up a little bit here as we move through, but a little bit less aggressive and a little more conservative play, which we're used to seeing in the third set.
Iturbide takes it on the forehand, puts it back to the inside. Manny, beautiful catch at the 10. Little clip, caught by Iturbide. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 3 points for Iturbide and Miguel. Alex and Manny with 4. Once again, we're in the third and final set. First to 6 will win this match. Iturbide serves.
Couple of late misses here in the backcourt by Manny have kept the Chargers in it. He's played great, but with these mistakes late, tighten up the scoreboard.
Is that us behind? That was
a little
us, wasn't
clearer
it?
than we're used to seeing, Stu.
Wow, okay. All right. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
We'll have to delay some of those DoorDash orders now, huh? Yeah.
No, you look thin. I noticed that when I first
Well,
saw
wasn't
you.
it just
looked
they
like
could
you
see
talked.
the whole spread we got here, Stu? So
No, it's true. I mean, the lock spread is nice. That was nice of the Savins to bring that.
well, that was day one stuff. I don't know if you're going to get that all year. But
Good point. Here's a backhand by Manny. Robote forehand. Alex makes the save. Perfect positioning. Iturbide looks to cut it off. Drops it inside. That hit the pad, and the pad is still bad.
untimely miss there, Stu. I mean, he had so much space, but he heard the footsteps.
Yes.
And Alex is quick, one of the fastest and best defensive players on this roster. You got to really credit him.
100%. Possible set, possible match point for Alex and Manny.
Such a golden opportunity.
Over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve. Lands right there in the service box between the underserve and overserve line. Wow, that habit I'm really going to have to get out of, huh? The funny thing is that it's like payback because I used to criticize you for not saying the whole thing.
Little did we know.
Manny from the forehand. Beautiful catch by Manny. Here's the backhand. Robote by Alex. Migarena cuts it off, winds up with a 2-all, drops it back inside with a soft touch to score. Migarena with a shot that keeps him in it. Still possible set and match point for Alex and Manny, but Iturbide and Migarena with 4 for the Chargers.
Well,
my, oh my.
I can't tell you the last time we've seen a Migarena throw a costado drop shot from the backcourt in doubles to the inside to score. We're going to get Robote analytics on it, but...
We talked about the inside. I told you the inside is wide open for shots, and the backquarters have to cover it.
That is such a smart throw by a Migarena.
Robote forehand. Manny will cut that off on the right side. Comes hard from the right side. Back to the inside. Migarena's there. Robote forehand. Cut off high in the air by Iturbide. That ball hits the overhead pad, and the pad is bad. 5-5 set point. Our first match in the Jam Arena 2026 Battle Court. Iturbide serves.
Set point, match point. How fitting. Our first match here in a brand new facility coming down to the final point.
Brand new facility in its centennial year, celebrating 100 years. I mean, we have to be able to work that in, you know?
Again, a little bit different, too, on this court. There is some space between the front wall and the screen, but there's a pad there, and that pad also bad.
Absolutely. Here's backhand by Manny. Into the corner it goes. Iturbide's there to the outside it goes. Alex has it in the air. Cortada hard to the inside where it scores for the win. Point in a hard-fought game for Alex and Manny. The first one's in the books, Andrew.
Alex and Manny coming down to the final point, and they get it done 6-5 in the third set to get the Warriors the first win of the season.
Wow. On the Cortada.
Alex and Manny making their way off the court. I'll flip us over to some singles up next, Division 5. That'll bring out Bueno and Robin.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
See some practice there between Robin and Bueno going at it in singles in just a few moments. But Alex and Manny adding the first win of the season for this newer look Warriors team, Stu. Returning Douglas and Alex. Manny alongside Cabrera and Bueno, the two new players.
Speaking of Alex.
Yeah, we're here. They're ready to go. Winners from our first match of the season, Alex and Manny. Congratulations to you two. Alex, we'll ask you, obviously a different court. What is the biggest difference from this one compared to what you're used to?
Well, the difference is that that with this ball, that when you use it, it gets like colder and the ball is lower. So I think that that's the most difficult thing. And the rebotes is very difficult to put to the rebote. So I think that in this fronton, the backcourts have more responsibility because now they need to catch everything because the rebote is not easy to throw. So I think that that's the key.
Awesome, Alex. Great playing alongside Manny there to get that first win of the season. Thank you both.
First win in the new facility, guys. Congratulations.
I won't forget that one, Stu. That'll go down in the history books.
It will, considering that his grandfather played here in the 1950s through the 60s.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's appropriate, isn't it?
A lot of history here, Stu.
Oof. Yeah, reeking with history.
I think that, yeah. Well, we're ready to go here with some singles action. Take us down to Division 5. That'll bring out Bueno and Robin here. Bueno last season played for the Cyclones, who won the championship over the Devils, and Robin was his replacement as a substitute for most of the season. So these two guys very familiar with one another, effectively played the same role last year for the championship team Cyclones. So I think we're in store for a pretty good and pretty even singles matchup.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever done this before, but I just got a text, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. Mom said mucho on that last play.
How about that?
Watching all the way from Weston, Florida.
Great stuff here, ready to go with match number 2.
And some play-by-play by Andrew.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second match of the game day. Bueno will serve to Robin.
Once again, getting the ball squared away here. Ball's going through a rotation, keeping them fresh at all times. You heard Alex referring to the ball.
And Alex always provides great insight in his
Absolutely.
interviews. I mean, such a smart player, knows the game so well, and really appreciate that.
Quite the view there, huh?
Ready to go here?
It's beautiful in here, folks. If you're in the South Florida area Friday night,
come on down.
Come on down.
Bueno will serve.
Or over, is the case may be.
Bueno serves, we begin. Match number 2. With a backhand by Robin, kicks off the sidewall. Bueno with a hop, makes the catch. Forehand off the sidewall, Robin's got it outside. Costado back inside along the wall. That will score. Robin, first up on the board here in our second match.
When Robin's winding up like that, you have to have respect for the 2-all. He throws a lot of them. Bueno went out for the 2-all, put it inside to score. Beautifully done by Robin. Good to have Robin back with us full time now.
Absolutely. And generally in singles, what we've expected for some of the practices is some quicker points and a lot of shots. I mean, that extra space makes a big difference, and it's plain simple, just harder to defend the court. Big backhand there by Bueno. That clears the screen, sends Robin out for the rebote, tracks it down near the overserve line. Scoop by Bueno. Fake the Costado, put it back inside. Robin running with it, and he flicked it up. That's in play. Floating. Bueno moves up on it. Backhand. High and deep. Big rebote coming out again. Robin tracks it down. Drop shot off the rebote.
Oh, Bueno's on that one.
Makes the catch, flicks it up to pass, and that will score. Bueno ties it up, 1-1.
So, was that a chick-chack? That was chick-chack-esque. Robin watched that go over his head. He watches it pass. He makes a great save here. Tries to get a drop shot rebote. Bueno's all over it. Bueno passes from the right side. Not a lot of power on that. Just hits the back wall, drops out, and scores.
Yeah, you couldn't see it in that replay, but just the way the ball reacted off the back wall, it dropped down at a pretty sharp angle, and that's what you see traditionally with those forehands to pass. Point's usually over, and it was there.
Was there, definitely.
Serve kicks off the sidewall. Robin handles deep in the backcourt. Bueno moves up, handles up at the 7. Rebote, left side for Robin, puts a bounce on it. Gonna be a tough one. Bueno reaches way up high, controls it beautifully, sends it back inside. Robin recovers.
Sorry for the grunting, Andrew, but it's like Bueno's reaching up.
Drop shot. Bueno's got it. That scores. Makes it 2-1.
You know, Bueno had a really nasty back injury. Obviously, as you said earlier, Robin, came in and substituted him for him with the championship Cyclones last year. Bueno's come back from that injury well, and I'll tell you, he's stopping these balls overhead really well.
Actually had a pretty strong championship, too, for Bueno. I mean, that was one of the few game days he played in last season, and didn't look like he took too much time off, but good to have him back at full health. Out here full-time in battle court. Robin again opens up with the left side. Right to the Chula, but Bueno able there to make the save. Scoop, missed. Opens up the lead to 3-1.
Robin knowing that he's got to go for that ball in the air, not wanting to chance the bounce. If you don't get to it in the air, you got to go for it on the scoop. Just miss the scoop.
Two-wall, not opening enough. Bueno's got in the middle of the court. Looks to pass. Robin reaching up. He makes a one-handed grab. Bueno, though, he's up at the 7 line. Backhand this one. Pass him. Robote left side, just laid up. Bueno waiting for it, moves in. Controls it on the forehand. Whips it inside again. Oh, Robin handles off the side wall.
A little too much.
And the backhand got away from him. That's up in the overhead screen and out of play. That makes it 4-1.
Robin trying to pass there from the left side. You see the premium on passing. Alex basically inferred that by talking about how the backcourters have to do a lot of work because the ball can be you can kill it in the back just by passing your opponent.
And the first time the overhead screen has come into play.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there. I mean, real high.
Bueno digs out the rebote, but it comes up short in the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. That's 2 for Robin. He'll serve.
Looks like Bueno made a decision to go with a, I don't know so much of a drop shot off of that rebote, but Robin was hanging kind of far back.
Yeah.
And he definitely took a lot off of it. I mean, he's been throwing harder than that and just did not clear the pad.
Big backhand by Bueno, passing early on. Robin looking for the rebote. Drops it inside. Bueno climbs the wall, comes down with the ball, and sends it deep once more. Rebote left side is a 2-wall from the 7 line. It lands out. 5 points and a possible set point for Bueno.
Robin went for it. He was a little high. Well, not he, but the ball was a little high coming out of the cesta. Wanted to keep that lower.
And that one was close. Different feature, too. You see the wood there on the outside. Makes it a little easier to tell when that ball is in or out. And you can see that one. Not a lot of bounce. It's out of play.
The players can still, challenge it if they want. There is a red line there. So the red line may come into play on the wood. Ooh.
Oh, 2-wall there. Bueno tracks it down inside the court. Whips it past him with the right side. Oh, that kicks up and over Robin for the set. Bueno wins it 6-2. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play our second set.
So our first singles match here.
In the Jam Arena, Stu. And how about Bueno? I mean...
So we should say, come on. Jam,
please.
So Jai-Alai Miami.
Okay.
Jai-Alai Miami has a nice ring. And I think that next week, when folks look at the court, next Tuesday, they'll see something very interesting. Surprises, surprises, surprises throughout the season. You're watching Battle Court live from Miami, Florida. The all-new Jam Arena.
Well, even before next Tuesday, Stu, you can come in this Friday.
Well, this Friday.
And see it live yourself.
I mean, this Friday is going to be huge. Opening night in the 100th year of what has been known as Miami Jai-Alai for all of these years. And now, re-envisioned, reignited, a new energy. Believe me, there's a new energy.
From everyone here in the building, from the staff, the announcers, the players, everyone fired up for this season here at Jam Arena, and it looks great, Stu.
Don't know if they're watching, but if they are, special celebration of someone is taking place. A man by the name of Howie Kalick. You may have heard me talk about Howie because without Howie, so many Americans would never have the opportunity to have played professional Jai-Alai. Owned and operated the North Miami Jai-Alai amateur fronton, and I played in the school, and it's because of him that I went to that announcer's booth over there in 1991.
A lot of hits. That's what we're saying, Stu. whole lot of history. I mean, you can just look up and see some of it.
And it's constant.
Yeah.
It's constant. You haven't taken the special walk with me yet.
No.
We'll take the special walk.
Yeah, we'll do that. Well, there's Bueno. New addition to this Warriors team. Kind of botched it earlier, so we'll try it again, Stu. So there are just 2 new players to this Warriors team. They got Douglas, Alex, Manny alongside Correa that returned from last season. They added Cabrera, back quarter in Division 4, and Bueno here, front quarter in Division 5. I mean, 2 pretty solid players. Cabrera, one of the top winning percentages in doubles amongst all qualifying players in battlecourt. I mean, just a great player for his rank. He moved up from Division 5 to Division 4 here with the Warriors. And Bueno, too, the other new addition to this roster. So much versatility. I mean, can really do it all. He's got great shots, covers the court so well. Really rounding into form here to begin this winter season. Robin will have the serve to begin set number 2. Players make their way back out there. We'll begin this second set.
Here's the whistle, and Robin's going to have the serve. You see that serving box right there. Ball has to be bounced between the lines.
There's a serve. We begin our second set with a backhand by Bueno. Into the Chula, comes out just enough for Robin to make the save. Bueno moves up, takes a peek, sends it deep again. 3-wall play. Robin moves to the outside. Ooh, that took a big bounce and hopped over his head to score for Bueno. He takes the first point of set 2.
Again, that's not all Robin. The new court, and Robin has been out here for practice a couple times. The ball's a bit unpredictable on the rebote. You heard Alex talking about that in the interview after the first match. That was in doubles when you got 2 players looking after the rebote. Robin looking to move up on the rebote, went to move back, was already over his head.
Robin backed up beyond the 10 line, floats it up high, 2 pass now. Bueno backing up into position, stops with the overserve, sends it high back inside. Robin blind, catch overhead.
Pico.
Looking for the big bounce with the picata. Bueno moves up, makes the play, drop shot.
Great play by Bueno.
Dropped in to score. Well played by Bueno, takes a 2-0 lead.
There's absolutely no question that Bueno played that perfectly. Robin, I mean, we've seen this score.
Look where he catches that.
Exactly. Yeah. We've seen this Pika score, this picada, this big bounce score so many times in the practices. Bueno just kept moving, did what you're supposed to do, catch it in the air, dropped it back in. Good throw by Robin, better play by Bueno.
Fault over serve. First fault, second serve coming up. There's the backhand by Robin, sends it up high. Bueno takes a look, now it's coming out. Relote played back up the middle. Robin with the scoop. Karam follows.
That's a nice Karam.
And it scores. Robin gets one back. He'll serve.
So I am so glad that we fastened that screen. That screen was freshly fastened the last 2 days. And there's a bit of a drop there. See this Karam by Robin. Lands it beautifully. Chris goes into the screen. Oh, my. There's 3 feet between him and the floor if that screen came up. Beautifully done.
High bouncing serve. Here's Bueno. Backhand to the inside. Now Rebote with the bounce. Bueno takes a step back, makes the catch. Oh, Robin. Late adjustment, switches to the right side, looking for that big bounce.
Oh, Bueno got it to it again.
Drop shot there to score once more. That's now 3 for Bueno.
Again, full credit to Robin. I mean, he's throwing everything he knows how to throw. He changes this up. Bueno again, reaches up, makes the catch. Just a droppy enough to score.
Bueno tracks that one down at the 7, plays it inside. Robin lines it up, makes a nice catch.
Bueno goes down to a knee, gets it up off the front wall. Ooh.
Oh.
Robin got up there. Kind of a wonky bounce, and the
Good carom, though.
Flicked up there to score. Great shot making by Robin. That's 2.
I think when trying to describe the ball that we're using, it has 2 gears, first and second gear. It starts off in first gear. That first gear goes for about 8 minutes. And then it goes into second gear, and it just stays in second. There's not a third gear. It doesn't get progressively slower. It is the opposite, though. As it warms up, it becomes a bit slower, more predictable. But you saw Robin there. He also went into a different gear.
He got up to it, and he scored.
Absolutely. Saw the carom wide open and took it.
Oh, what a big backhand that was. That kicked way up and out. Robin still going, throws it 2 walls, but
it's too wide. Lead back to 2 for Bueno. He serves.
Again, with Robin, he's really good at throwing the 2 walls. Just used to the sidewall anyway, the other place.
That one.
Yeah, exactly. And you throw the 2 wall higher up there. Here, this sidewall was made. I mean, literally, the Costalo 2 wall off the serve was invented on this court.
Robin keeps this one low. Bueno steps in front of it. Picks it off up at the 7. Strong backhand passes. Robin on the rebote.
Beautiful.
There's a 2 wall.
Beautiful.
It opens and scores.
This is what Robin has to do. I mean, he's got the shots he needs to throw. Now, 2 have gone off. But that rebote just opened up. You see how that ball opens up on the shots?
A little bit more than we're used to seeing.
Oh, no question about it. With a well-thrown Costalo 2 wall and the caroms, they just, boom, right to the outside.
And one thing also, I feel like these guys had to throw the ball a little bit harder, like into the wall. And I think those are some of the mistakes.
Yes,
right, and those are
100%.
mistakes we saw Robin make earlier. He's throwing it just a little bit too hard and missed it wide, and now made the adjustment that time.
This sidewall helps you.
Yes.
This is a helpful sidewall, and it's a natural court. Still favoring right-sided players, oddly enough.
Comes up and in on Bueno. Keeps it on the left. Now the backhand. Picked off by Robin Long. 2
Oh, went for it.
Too low. That's in the pad. 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point here for Bueno.
I'm so excited by the highlight that I keep making these grunting noises, these oohs and these ahs. And it's like, you know, I think that's like the antithesis of good announcing.
You have a couple, you know, it's okay. As long as you're not doing it when you're calling the game. When it's the color, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, that backhand.
Again.
Hit off the screen. That's out of play. Point, set, and match. Bueno takes that match 6-2, 6-3. Straight sets. And the second win already for the Warriors. So for those new to Battle Court here, 4 wins or more. Your team wins the game day. 3-3 tie. Each team gets half a point. If you win 2 matches or less, that's a game day loss. So Bueno putting his Warriors in pretty good position here to start things off with a second win. Take a look at some replays here. There's a tough catch by Bueno, blind overhead. And shoots it inside. Great catching by Bueno. And a couple tough catches, I mean, above his head too. One low. And a whole bunch of drop shots there. There's the one tough catch from the Costado here. 2 bounces. Yeah, Robin not even moving up for that one.
Yeah, Bueno just played fantastic. Stopped all the balls that he needed to overhead.
Yeah, like, I mean, you see a couple of these in the replays. I mean, these big bouncers are not easy to handle, and Bueno made it appear that way. 2-0. There's that game day score, and there you see all 6 of our teams in Battle Court this year. Chargers, Cyclones, Devils, Fireballs, Renegades, and Warriors. 6 teams competing as they were last season.
And I see a new player just behind the Chargers there. I mean, it's the Chargers that you see on your screen there. He's walking back now, making his professional debut. Number 75, Eggy.
You know,
18 years old.
Oh,
Remember when you were 18?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, man. Anyway, let's get back to it. No, but Eggy,
Hey,
I'll tell you what.
There's an interview coming up. Do the interview first.
Yeah, we'll do the interview. We got Bueno. After that win, ready to go.
Hi,
there
Chris.
he is. makes it 2-0 for his Warriors on the game day. Bueno, how are you feeling just to be back at full health for this battle court season?
It feels good. Honestly, it's a blessing, like you said, to be back in full health. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, and talk about this Warriors team. One of the new additions to this roster. You got some of the same players at the top, but some new players brought in at the bottom. What are the expectations and some of the thoughts within this group heading into the season?
I mean, we got Tevin as like the GM, the general manager, and he does a good job of like keeping us together, keeping us as one. Like we're all brothers for this season. You know, honestly, we all get along really well, anyways, to begin with. But he does a good job of keeping us all together. And then we got Douglas as the captain. You know, I'm just happy to be part of this team, man. You know, it's full of great guys, man. A lot of potential, man. And when the expectation is to play the potential and make it as far as we can. Hopefully, that ends up with with a championship win.
Awesome, Bueno. 1-0 in singles. Congratulations on that win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go back over to doubles here for the debut of Eggy. That's Division 5. That'll bring out Eggy and Julen for the Chargers as they take on Correa and Cabrera. Oh boy, Stu, good thing you're announcing this one for the Warriors. The tongue twister team. Correa and Cabrera, newly formed within this Warriors this season. Cabrera was the big pickup for this team. He played in Division 5 for the Fireballs. He was phenomenal. Now he moves up a rank, and we've seen that does change some things here in Battle Court. So we'll see how he adjusts to this higher group. But Division 5 doubles here.
Julen and Cabrera are already working out where Cabrera is going to be standing. That's a vestigial issue from the last season. But they're talking. That's good. Correa serves. This match has begun. Julen will open on the left side. Cabrera lets it come out. Rebote, hooked. First point of this match goes to Eggy and Julen of the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Well, last season for the Warriors, the 5 team was Correa and Julen, and they were one of the best teams in that group. Won 8-2. So whoever Julen is paired up with, I mean, Julen is such a steady force in the backcourt, makes a ton of catches. He is just a perfect complement to the new player here in Eggy, who can just kind of open it up a little bit more and let the game come to him.
No, you're absolutely right about that.
Julen really,
that ball is tipped by Correa midcourt. Second point for Eggy and Julen. Eggy serves.
And what I like about Julen is he's very reliable in these lower divisions because he's played Division 5, Division 4 throughout his career, and he brings it. He's one of the best players, has one of the top records. Again, he's got a great right side, and we talked about the right-sided players definitely have more of an advantage on this court.
And this is Eggy's first professional match ever. So far, so good. Beautiful scoop by Cabrera, big backhand. Julen now on the right side from the 8. Cabrera advances, backhand to the inside. Julen deep in the backcourt, forehand over the top. Correa is there. Correa going for it. That's a tip ball on the inside. 3 points for Eggy and Julen of the Chargers.
Yeah, and you got Correa, who's used to being pretty aggressive up there in the front court, playing alongside Cabrera, who's used to being pretty aggressive as a backcourter. So they're going to have to figure that out. You got 2 players jumping, and it got kind of dangerous.
That is an ace for Eggy. 4 points and the serve.
How about that serve, Stu?
Well,
with a big bounce, too.
Okay, so I have to say it. His father had one of the best serves in professional
highlight.
Yeah. And Eggy at 18, again, fresh, a little green, but man. Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good.
You love it. Smiling as the ball's sailing past the over serve. Look, he knew it right away and having fun.
That's what we want to see. Not a double fault, though.
Yeah,
double fault,
right.
Loss of point. Correa and Cabrera of the Warriors. Get it? Correa serves. Yeah.
Look, and maybe that's the unforced error that'll get the Warriors back on track. I mean, honestly, Stu, there's a ton of potential when this team was put together because Correa and Julen, as we said last season, had a great record. Cabrera, wouldn't think, given the stats, much different than Julen, but they just haven't had a lot of reps together, and it's showing early on. Oh, look at this.
Eggy will pick this serve, a drop shot.
This. Oh, Cabrera got
Cabrera makes the save. Good read by Julen. Julen powerfully from the forehand, puts it to the outside. Rebote, missed. 5 points for Eggy and Julen of the Chargers. Possible set point. Julen knew exactly where to throw it. Threw it throw it.
Well, threw it to the outside and got that one past Cabrera, so he really didn't have a lot of chance. But throwing it to the outside does. It also keeps the ball to Correa's left side if he saves the rebote, which is not his preferred side. How about this save, though?
Great save by Cabrera.
5-1. Chargers looking strong here.
Powerful serve is in by Eggy. Julen calls for it, makes the catch on the right side. Low and hard. Caught by Correa. Fine catch at the 6. Julen at the back wall. Rebote left side by Cabrera. Eggy will keep it on the left side. Backhand blasted. Oh, my. What a catch by Cabrera.
Oh, man.
I mean, he was either going to catch it or get hit with it, one or the other. That is in.
Yep.
That hit the overhead screen. Point and set to Eggy and Julen of the Chargers. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out, play our next set. So Eggy winning his first set in battle court in professional highlight. Good for him.
6-1-2. He and Julen making quick work of that Warriors team, but battle court highlight got to win 2 out of 3 sets to win the match. Just halfway home for these Chargers in a 2-0 hole to begin this game day. So the Warriors, Alex and Manny first, and then Bueno just a few moments ago winning the first 2 matches of the game day. And typically we run through this slate a little bit earlier, Stu, but we'll give it to you now. So coming up after this, we got Douglas and Zulua in singles. So Division I matchup. Make sure to stay around for that one. Then Division 4 doubles will be Alex and Bueno against Iturbide and Robin. And then we close it out today with Division 1 doubles. That's Douglas and Manny against Zulua and Amigarena. So those will be the remaining 3 matches in today's game day after this one right here. See Iturbide coming over to the...
We should let folks know that, you know, we do have a new schedule. I mean, everything's changed this year.
Yeah,
everything's changed this year. So we will be playing Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Battle Court. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Friday at 7 p.m. For the time being, only open to the public on Friday nights, and every Friday night is going to be big. Of course, opening at, well, starting. First serve starts at 7 p.m. That is at what many highlight folks will remember as Miami Highlight, the Jammarino within Miami Highlight, within Casino Miami. 3500 Northwest 37th Avenue, Miami, Florida.
Inside of the casino.
There's been a lot of stuff jammed in this building, to be honest with you, the last 3 months. I mean, if I showed you my Amazon bill, oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's between Amazon and Home Depot.
Bezos should have invited you to his wedding,
They got a hitman looking for me on the sidewalk right now. I promise you guys, if this goes well. Andrew, I'm working on a loan from Andrew. If Andrew loans me the money to pay Home Depot back, I'll be in good shape. Everything we saw, we painted.
See Cabrera, this is the first time you're seeing him in a different uniform. Has been a big part of the Fireball's success. Trying it out here with the Warriors for the first time. And as we said, moving up a division. That's about as significant as anything here in Battle Court, because players have moved up, they moved down, but when you go up playing a different level of competition in singles and some maybe tougher teams in doubles, really show what you're made of. We'll see what they got here coming out for set number 2. Warriors looking to rebound here. Correa will have the serve once again.
Ready to begin our second set. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. There's serve. We begin. Julen advances. Powerful forehand played 2 pass. Robote comes up the middle. Correa's there. Julen from the 8 to the inside. Cabrera on the backhand. Beautiful catch by Cabrera. Big backhand. This Robote comes to the outside. Julen saves the Robote. Rather, Eggy saves the Robote.
Well,
his actual first name is Julen. But we couldn't have a Julen and Julen, could we? I don't think we could have. Here's the backhand by Cabrera.
And they ended up being partners, so definitely not.
Yeah, we knew I was going to blow that at some point, no question about it. Julen on the catch. Here's the backhand. Julen the backcourt will go. Robote forehand by Correa. Caught the rail just under the pad on the front wall. That's out of play. First point of the second set goes to Eggy and Julen.
Well, Eggy with a Robote save to the outside. He played it so well. Not afraid to go down to the floor. Really dug it out and kept it well below the overhead screen and in place. Honestly, he's handled them better than Correa, who's a lot more professional experience so far.
Another powerful serve by Eggy. Costalo 2-all. Eggy stops it on the forehand. Karam will score.
Ooh.
Aggressive play by Eggy. Puts 2 points on the board. Eggy serve.
Look, Eggy's
wow.
a sixth-ranked player. There are not many sixes that can do this. Runs, tracks it down, and then throws. I mean, pretty perfect carom from the outside. Correa not moving for it. Shows you the athleticism and the shot-making ability, too, that he's just going to get better as the season goes on.
Big backhand by Cabrera.
Oh, look at this for Bote. Man, oh, man.
That lands
perfect.
in and scores. 3 points for Eggy and Julen. Second set. Eggy serves. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, is there luck in highlight? Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
look,
there absolutely is. This clips.
a little clipper, but
Well, actually, it doesn't clip. It actually hits the sidewall and lands in pretty perfectly.
front wall, then side wall, but out of reach of Cabrera, who's protecting the inside, and the Chula couldn't get out to it.
Julen on the catch. Backhand from the 7. Rebote forehand. Eggy takes it in the air. 2-all.
Oh, look at this.
Correa gets to it, stops it, flips it back into play. Eggy grabs it. Split placement. Stopped by Cabrera. Karam by Cabrera. Stopped by Eggy. Eggy
this.
looks to pass. Cabrera cuts it off.
And having the time of his life, too, while he's making these catches, just smiling the whole way.
One-handed grab by Eggy. He returns it on the wall. Eggy with another catch. Winding up. Drops it. Mid-placement. And stopped by Correa.
Look at
Correa.
Julen. Read that the whole way.
Read it. Takes off. Powerful forehand played to pass for Bote coming out. Correa makes the save. Back to the inside. Eggy's on it. Split placement. Stopped by Correa. Here's the backhand.
Point of the day.
Eggy from the 7 line. Or rather, Julen from the 7 line. Cabrera's there. Powerful backhand by Eggy. Rebote coming right up the middle. Correa, save. Karam fired hard and scoring. What a point. 4 points for Eggy and Julen of the Chargers. Eggy serves. Well, if there was any question about how he would, I mean, again, 18, never played professional before. You know, people were asking me, where do you rank him? It's like,
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, how do you rank someone who hasn't played a lot of professional experience? I mean, these guys have had years and years, and the ace got him
The
there.
ace takes Eggy and Julen to 5 points. Possible set, possible match point.
And Eggy's playing great, but Julen, as you said at the beginning of this match, is such a perfect partner.
Absolutely.
He will control play from the backcourt. He'll communicate, and he's doing it all. But really, Eggy's taking over this second set. And the ace
Ball
ends.
tipped. Point and a straight set victory for Eggy and Julen of the Chargers. This is Eggy's first professional win in professional highlight.
And that is a debut he will not forget. 6-1, 6-0, 12 of 13 points, and the Chargers get their first win of the game day.
And a wink at the camera, man. Wow.
Coming up next, go over to singles Division I. Douglas will take on Zulua.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Some ongoing practice there between Douglas and Zulua before we get that Division I singles match started. And there's the game day, reflecting that win by Eggy and Julen just a few moments ago. Brings the Chargers within 1 here, and just a classic matchup in Division I coming up next. These two have played, I believe this is going to be the 15th time they've matched up in battlecourt. Two of the top players. Douglas has been a couple teams in Zulua, representing the Chargers his career. We got Eggy and Julen over in the cage, ready to join us after that win. There they are. Congratulations, guys. I mean, Julen, you got one of the new players in the league here, and your partner, Eggy. Sorry. Julen first name. Named Julen. Sorry, I guess you're both Julen. But Julen, you got a new partner here for the first time, trying to get comfortable on the court. What was your message to Eggy before the start of this match?
Nothing. I told him to play his best, to play tranquilo. I know he's a good player, and I was excited to play with another Julen. It was the first time that we were playing together, but it was but happy for the result.
Yeah, and Julen, this is the first time that you've actually been on a different team. I mean, you've been on the Warriors throughout your career, now on the Chargers. What are the expectations for this Chargers team this season?
To be honest, I'm very happy because I've been stuck on the Warriors since the very first season. And it hasn't been easy for me. But to be honest, this is one of my happiest seasons. We just started, but I think it's going to be a great season because I was happy to play for the Chargers. I needed a change.
Awesome, guys. Well, what a great start for you. 6-1, 6-0. No better way to get the season started off. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Next match.
Yeah, we'll have to work that out. I'm sorry to both Julens there. We'll have to figure that one out in the interviews. But as we said, what a win for those two. Up next, we got Division I singles. Douglas and Zulua going at it once again, Stu. Same two players meeting up on a different court here. Last season, these two had the same record, 6 wins and 4 losses, but all time, the series has heavily favored Douglas. Douglas has won 11 of the 14 matches they've played. 11-3 record all time against Zulua, but as we've seen, right-sided players have a little bit more of an advantage on this court. Zulaica's got a cannon, and he's got all the shots that Douglas has too. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, but these guys, the practices, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you which way this one was going.
It's going to be explosive and a ton of shot making.
Let's see how Douglas comes out with the 2-walls.
There's a serve by Douglas. We begin our 4th match. Backhand coming right up the middle. Now for the rebote. Douglas on a knee, makes a save. Puts it on the wall, and kicked past Zulua to score. First point to Douglas of the Warriors.
A bit of a wonky bounce there for Zulua at the side wall.
High bouncing serve, traps Zulua deep in the corner. Comes out with a strong backhand to pass. Rebote forehand right up the middle. Zulua steps back, cuts it off. Now fires it inside. Douglas lines it up off the sidewall. That one kind of died a bit. Zulua though, wall to wall with that rebote. Douglas now left side. It's a 2-wall. It opens. And Zulua, got his offhand into the net. That is a foul. That point will go to Douglas, his second.
Once again, incidental contact with that left hand is allowed. If your hand brushes up against it, that's one thing. If you use your left hand to steady yourself or to move the screen out of the way, he's okay right up to that point right there. And he can't help it. He can't help it.
Fault over serve. First fault, second serve coming up.
I think Douglas is trying to get that old traditional ace. Pedro Mir, the first player manager ever, used to talk about that.
Second serve there is good. Crosses deep. Zulua handle. Fires it wall to wall from the left side. Now Douglas moving up to the rebotes. Got it to the overserve line. Sends it to pass.
That was beautiful.
Rebote kicked up, and it comes up short. 3 straight here for Douglas.
I'm having flashbacks. I got to tell you, I'm having flashbacks on this court. Again, I thought I was dreaming before. You and I are sitting on the 11 line. Douglas is taking forehands and passing. They're passing in singles. What does passing mean? You throw it over your opponent's head, trying to get a chick-chack-chula or trying to get them off their footing. I mean, wow.
We're back.
Wow.
So back, Stu.
Wow.
Zulua winds this one up, plays it into the corner. Douglas read that one perfectly. Laid it up from the left side. Zulua takes a peek, shoots it high again.
Douglas, that chick-chack scores.
True.
Sorry, I had to say it.
To score there for Zulua. He's on the board. His first point, he'll serve.
That's what we're talking about, folks.
When
you can kill it in the front or the back, you have to protect both in singles. Singles becomes very unique, and it's alive and well here at the Jam Arena, live and well on the Miami Jai-Alai court 100 years later. Wow.
So that's what it looks like, huh?
That's what it looks like.
All right. Zulaica deep in the corner from the 9 line, puts it inside. Douglas is there. Sidearm play, kicks off the sidewall, right back to Zulaica's forehand. He's got a sidearm carom
What
from
a
deep
carom,
in the
my
backcourt.
goodness.
That scores. 2 points for Zulaica. How about that, Stu? From that deep in the backcourt.
That carom was just low and hard and just opening wide. Again, kill it in the front, kill it in the back. Which way are you going to go? If you have that strength, you need the strength to do it.
And to your point, the sidewall helping the carom. In this case, on the other court, it would kind of absorb the speed and stay to the inside here. It'll open up and move away from the opposing player trying to track it down there along the net. Oh, that's a tough serve, but Douglas keeps it on the left side, plays it past Zulaica. What a rebote there, launch wall to wall. Douglas tracks it down at the 6. Big backhand again, Douglas. Another rebote, high to the inside, picked off. Zulaica crashes into the sidewall. The backhand clears the screen, cutting inside. Douglas flicks it up there. Big bouncer now for Zulaica. He attacks, makes the catch, fires it back. Oh, Douglas able to make the play in front of him. Long rebote, it's a 2-all. Douglas is on it, takes a peek, sends it high to the inside where it scores. 4 points for Douglas, lead back to 2.
The best singles I've ever seen in my life. It's taken place on this court. It's taken place on this court, and it's continuing. Great singles action, phenomenal singles action. Zulaica and Douglas. Do you see that chick-chack before?
I'm gonna have dreams about that chick-chack later.
I'm still afraid I'm going to wake up.
Oh, that's cutting back inside. Douglas got there just before it was in the sidewall, and Zulaica missed that one. Scrambling in the backcourt. That's 5 points for Douglas here. He's got a possible set point.
Right back to the corner, not coming out with much. Again, taking advantage of the ball when it's fresh.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Rebote forehand. Zulaica makes the catch from the 8. Backhand to the inside now. Douglas coming back for it. Oh, it died. Goes for it. Not going to reach. That's 3 for Zulaica.
Looking for the chick-chack, looking for the chula, and finding kill shots in the back. Carom's in the front. Chick-chacks and chula in the back. Wow.
I like the way you say that you can score from the front.
That's the beauty of singles. I mean,
right.
that's the beauty of singles in highlight wherever it's played.
And even more on this court, too. You know,
100%.
Yeah. And I think that's why it was so limiting, the other court, for some players, because if you didn't have a go-to kill shot, you just were rallying forever. Douglas backed up to the 8. Fine catch on the left side, trying to get it past Zulaica. Nope, he's got it in the air. Big backhand clears the screen. Rebote cutting inside. Douglas sends it up high. Zulaica, what a catch overhead.
You know, Andrew, the previous court was perfect for our needs at that time. We graduated.
2-all. Zulaica's on it. Carom from the outside
what a
will
shot.
score. Just a 1-point deficit here. Zulaica with 4, Douglas with 5. Still a possible set point for Douglas, but Zulaica serves.
2 good shots. Zulaica's was better. And that is really how I feel. You know, the other court was very forgiving.
Right.
This court is not forgiving. Zulaica, great catch. The carom opens up and scores. Beautifully done. Not as forgiving as you, for instance. I mean, you've been very forgiving these last 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for the acknowledgement.
Oh, absolutely. To work with me? Woo.
What a strong backhand there. Narrowly clears again. Zulaica on the move. Turns it powerfully from the right side. Right back to Douglas. Backhand stays low. Zulaica on the rebote. Sends it right up the middle. Douglas picks it up on the bounce. Two-wall opens.
He got
Not
it.
enough. Zulaica now to the inside.
Oh, what a scoop
by Douglas.
Oh, it's right back to him.
Zulaica's got it in the air.
Oh,
The inside
wow.
placement.
What a shot.
Scores.
What a point.
We are tied at 5-5. This is set point.
This quality of play deserves a 5-5. I mean, I hate to say
comeback
it about
by
John
Zulua.
or Matt, but see Matt give it that little extra hop
He
there.
was leaning. I think he knew right away needed to open up
Look at
just
this
a
scoop,
bit.
though.
Bails himself out with a great catch, but then, gives Zulaica the advantage right back inside, and there's too much space.
Zulaica serving with, he can do some real damage with this serve. Let's see what happens. Again, the first set, 5-5. Division I singles.
One thing we haven't seen between these two yet is a drop shot, something to the inside in the front part of the court. I mean,
They're
they've
both
been
power.
passing,
They're both power
they've been
players
playing
there.
deep.
Yeah. Look at this serve.
Hard serve lined up by Douglas, back beyond the 10 line.
Oh, beautiful.
Ball to wall, comes out of the Chula. Oh, what a tough save by Zulaica. Came up on him quick. Douglas on the hop, makes the catch. Low and to the inside.
What a catch!
My one-handed grab, blind by Zulaica, keeps it going. Douglas, inside placement, big bounce, hops up. Zulaica's got it on the left side. The two walls in, and it scores.
Oh my.
Point and set. Zulaica comes back and wins it 6-5. 2 minutes. We'll play set two.
Good luck finding that highlight anywhere else but here. With all due respect to our friends up north, 95. Seriously, that point was phenomenal. You see that point? I saw that point.
This one right here, Zulaica.
Look at Zulaica,
How about
committed.
this catch?
Oh, both feet off the ground.
Oh, blind.
Hangs in there, gets some good power on the backhand.
And closes it out 6-5. Zulaica making his way off the court now. And boy, he worked hard for that one. Down early, but never out of that set. Especially in this level, I think it's easier for these players because you know your opponent is going to get their share of points. You know that Douglas is going to throw a few good shots, but Zulaica believes he can end any point with his variety. Costado, the right side, he's got all the confidence, and he hung in there and got that critical 11th point.
I've seen Zulaica play hard before, but I mean they both played just so beautifully. It's really good to see. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Jam Arena, the World Jai-Alai League here in Miami, Florida.
Opening day today. We'll be back in action rest of the weekdays here, playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday through Thursday, we begin at 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Eastern time. And then on Friday nights, sticking with that 7 p.m. Eastern start. And we are open to the public on those Friday nights. You can come down live. And, I mean, we're looking out to the beautiful seating that we have here, Stu. I mean, this is quite the arena that you and a bunch of other people have helped build over the summer and throughout the season. And
Florida's first professional sports arena.
It's just amazing, Stu.
Looks great, doesn't it?
Just amazing. A lot of the same advertisements up as we've seen before. But
Yeah, products that
just a
have been
new
out of
look.
business for years.
Clock winding down here. You see Julen alongside Zulaica. There's the whistle. Players will begin set number 2. And for those new to Battlecourt, the player that loses the previous set begins the next set with control of the serve. In this case, Douglas lost set 1. He begins set 2 with the serve. We are ready to begin set number 2. Douglas will serve. Douglas serves. Big bouncing serve. We begin set number 2. Well, Zulaica had to get in there on the right side of the
Long
corner.
carom.
Waste no time with the carom. But Douglas makes the catch, shoots it back inside. What a save by Zulaica, but Douglas again takes another look. Sends this one high again.
That's a little too much. That's going to come out.
Ooh, that's coming out. Robote to the inside. Little score for Zuleika. First point of set 2. Those are the Chargers.
Douglas falling back there into some play that he's used to. I mean, that looked, that's really, he didn't make any mistakes. Right. But just, it looked a little, yeah, I mean, and
more conservative, just throwing in the backcourt and hoping that the point's in instead of, just going for it and making a play. Because, I mean, there were 2 at least opportunities where Douglas had the ball well in front of Zuleika to make it happen and chose the inside placement with a high bounce both times.
Zuleika's just been stopping everything and just getting it back in perfectly. Look at this serve.
Oh, what a serve. That's an ace. Into the corner, makes it 2-0. Well, there's that traditional bounce.
That is a perfect singles ace. Perfect. Yeah. Perfectly executed. That is textbook.
And you'll see that, I mean, probably a little bit more early on in this, earlier in some of these matches and sets. Well played there by Zuleika. Gets that big bounce to score 2-0. Another one. Douglas handles up high.
That's a great catch.
Into the Chula, not a lot on it, but Zuleika, powerful save, puts it on the wall where it scores 3-0 lead.
Such a wonderful catch by Douglas there.
He also, for Douglas too, this is really one of his first professional matches on this type of court as well. I mean,
Absolutely.
A little bit different for him too, and Zuleika's got a lot of experience. So with a lot of the guys that were trained from scratch and a lot of the new players that came in without experience, I think the learning curve is going to be a little bit bigger for some of those players, Douglas included.
Overserve.
That is an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
Such a big serve. And, when you go down the roster and you think of guys, who have these big single serves, I mean, obviously Douglas sticks out. Zuleika clearly sticks out. And what I'm specifically talking about is the big Pika serve, right. that big over the top, 3/4 on the right side, deep in the service box, right to the corner.
Wow, that serve dropped up on the floor. Another ace brings it to 4-0.
Let's not forget that Zuleika had a cortada serve back elsewhere,
right,
on Douglas Road.
Well, Zuleika, of all people, he would mix up the serve a little bit.
Absolutely.
He'd go for the bounce, he'd throw it hard, but he'd also go for an outside serve, and I haven't seen one of those yet.
There it is.
There's a cortada serve, but that is an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
When you have that much control, keep them guessing. Mix it up. Am I going to serve it over, especially when the ball's fresh? Am I going to serve it over your head? Am I going to cortada serve? Because in a cortada serve, by definition, you have to move up. If he's trying to ace me and bounce it over my head, it's like...
Right. I mean, look where Douglas is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's deep in that, can't even see him back here. Douglas keeps that one on the left side. Low bullet, picked off overhead. Zuleika sends it deep. Robote dug out, 2 walls, but that's out of play. 5 points for Zuleika. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
2-all Robote attempt, falling down. Bold shot, bold choice. Just was not able to get it in. Possible set, possible match point for Zuleika.
Douglas on the forehand, rifles it into that corner. Oh, Zuleika trying to switch from left to right, not going to make it. Douglas on the board here in set 2, but still a possible match point.
Douglas getting that ball to come off the back wall beautifully. Let's see if he's able to do something with this serve. Look at that high serve.
High bouncing serves. Zuleika backs up to the 10, controls it. Robote, forehand, played up at the 7 line. Ooh. That kicked up and out of play. Point, set, and match. Zuleika in straight sets wins it 6-5, 6-1. Well, late comeback in set 1 for Zuleika, and he's out firing in set 2 to close them out in straight sets. The Chargers have tied up this game day 2-2 as we head into match 5. Alex and Bueno take on Iturbide and Robin. From match number 4, this Division I singles between Douglas and Zulaica. There's a shot attempt, but Zulaica's on it. And the carom to boot, look at that shot. Opens up wide and it scores. Douglas here with the 2-wall. Yep, Lena with it, didn't get it to open up enough. And Zulaica almost made him pay, but look at this catch. I mean, that's the magic of Douglas. One of the best catchers on the roster. Bails himself out for the moment, but Zulaica got it there on the back end. This was all part of the comeback in set number 1. And at this catch too, I mean, I believe this was when Zulaica was down to set point. Makes a great catch. Rebote here for Douglas. The inside, look at that scoop again. Tough catch and the 2-wall to boot. Look at that.
Zulaica just played so beautifully.
Opens up and scores. Yeah, I mean, that throw really changed the complexion of the match, and Zulaica never looked back after that. Straight set victory over Douglas to start things off here at Jam Arena for you, Zulaica. How are you feeling about some of the changes and a lot of changes to this court?
To be honest, I feel good because I always try to think positively. I think this is a step forward, not for me only, but also for the league, for the fans. We saw some good Jai-Alai at Mike City, but in the Jam Arena, I think we'll see better Jai-Alai.
Yeah, and you brought in a lot of new players to this Chargers team this year. Migarena, Julen, Robin, and Eggy. We saw 2 of them play together. They look pretty good. But how are you feeling about this overall Chargers team coming into this season?
I feel good as well. Honestly, we think we have a good talent, a very good talent. They all are very good players in each division. I think they're going to perform well, deliver some good results for the team, and we'll be happy.
Awesome, Zulaica. Great performance there. Straight set win to get your single season started. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Back over to doubles here. 2 matches left, Division 4 and then Division 1. We got Alex and Bueno first against Iturbide and Robin. 2 brand new teams here in Battlecourt. Haven't seen this combination of Alex with Bueno, Iturbide with Robin, so a lot of unknown here. We did see Iturbide and Alex go at it in the first match of the day. That came down to the final point of a 3rd set, so expect another hotly contested battle here as we begin match number 5.
Alex and Iturbide joking around before the point right there. We are ready to begin our next match. Alex will have the serve for the Warriors. Alex serves, we begin. There's a backhand by Robin. Bueno with the sidewall. Rebote forehand by Alex. Iturbide cuts it off. Cosado caught the pad, and the pad is bad. First point of the match goes to Alex and Bueno, the Warriors.
Well, that's a break, and Alex knows it. Guessed the wrong way on the 2-wall. He was moving inside. The ball was traveling to the outside. Iturbide just missed it. Out the top of the pad, and as you've heard, that pad is bad.
It's bad wherever you go.
Yeah, it's
in highlight.
Universally bad.
A hard throw, low and hard to the inside, will score off the forehand of Bueno. Tied up, 1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
And the key in this match is very clearly going to be the backcourt play. I mean, we saw these 2 front quarters earlier, and I mean, they were neck and neck, but the backcourt here is way more involved. The guy's got to protect the Chick-Chack and the Chula, move around a little bit more, and this ball is just coming at him a little bit differently than they're used to.
Powerful backhand by Bueno. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Alex, eyes on the ball, makes a stop at the 8. Big backhand by Robin. Iturbide from the forehand. Looked like it was going for the cortada. Puts it in the backcourt, and Bueno makes the catch. Iturbide on the forehand. Cortada, perfectly thrown and scoring.
Ooh. Doesn't get much better than that, Stu, huh?
It really doesn't. That was a perfectly thrown cortada. No question about it. I mean, low, no daylight between the ball and the pad, coming to the sidewall and dying.
Heard the chief judge even react to. I mean, everyone.
Yeah.
You know good when you see one.
That's the cortada. That's just beautiful.
No daylight between that ball and the pad, and just perfect.
Here's a backhand by Bueno. Bueno again from the 8 line, stays on the wall. Iturbide is there. At the back wall, Bueno makes the catch. Alex on the left side, backhand from the 7. Iturbide. Alex deep in the backcourt now. Powerful backhand. Arimaba along the wall the whole way. Robin is there. Iturbide cuts it off. Wall to wall again from the left side. Rote coming out. Alex forehand rote. Split placement. Caught in the air by Alex. Cortada by Alex. Oh, what a catch by Iturbide.
Didn't have a foot on the ground. Ooh.
Robin now on the backhand from the 9. Here's Alex.
To me, Robin looks so steady and calm in the backcourt. You know, he's got so skilled that he can play either the front or the back, and I think he played a lot of his career up in the front. But what he does so well is catch the ball, and it's a perfect backcourt complement to a guy like Iturbide. How about that cortada?
This is another cortada that scores beautifully, ties us up 2-2. Alex has the serve.
But if you tell Robin, hey, all you got to do is catch the ball and throw it back, he's not a fifth-ranked player. I mean, he's a
no in the backcourt.
There all day.
In the backcourt, an aggressive front court says, "Look, protect the Chichak and Shula, let everything else come out."
And Iturbide is one of those aggressive.
And Iturbide and Alex pretty much will fit that bill well. Alex, perfect positioning to make the catch at the 7. Robin now, backhand to the inside. Alex from the 8. Robin's there. Alex now on the forehand. Long cortada. This one stopped on the forehand of Iturbide. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. Point for Iturbide and Robin. Alex is quick to get it on the second bounce.
Quick, but he can't play these Chargers 1-on-2. And when he's all the way back at the 8 line and Iturbide shoots the cortada, well, at another place he may be able to get there before the second bounce. Here, he's not really close. So again, that's part of the adjustment period that's going to happen, and Alex will certainly make it next time around.
There's a backhand by Bueno. Iturbide at the 8 line. Rebote left side by Iturbide to the inside. Bueno's there. Iturbide advances, takes it in the air. 2-all with a light touch, opens wide and scores. Beautifully thrown by Iturbide. Costello 2-all scoring. Iturbide serves.
How about this 2-all?
Wow.
Bread and butter here. And you see how he cut off that swing a little bit, tries to get a little extra spin, opens it up
The side
wide.
walls help. The side wall helps. The side wall helps. You don't have to slam it into it to make it open. I don't know that worked verbally, but you get the idea.
I'm with you.
Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. That's 5 points for Iturbide and Robin. Possible set point.
Yeah, that's a tough catch however you slice it. I mean, that's ball kicking way up to Alex's left side. Probably later in the season I'll let that ball pass to Bueno, but just trying to play aggressively in this one. They're down. Trying to make it happen in a hurry to get back in this set.
Down low, Bueno makes the catch. Backhand follows. Robin to the inside. Bueno at the side wall, deep in the backcourt. Big backhand by Robin. Bueno again. Backhand 2-all, the first of the season. Cortada caught the pad. Point and set to Iturbide and Robin. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
You know, it's funny that we just saw the backhand 2-wall. Sorry, Stu.
Go ahead, call it what it is.
But-
Backhand stew wall. I don't mind. It's like if
But-
I have to have something named after me after the last place. You know, it's
Can you imagine? That's my legacy. I got that. My least favorite shot named after me.
exactly. I forgot who was it. Benny?
I think it was.
Benny usually gets credit for. There's a couple as we get further in the season. I have had some fantastic, funny Benny lines. Just his comedic timing is just. I never knew it. Ben Langhans. I mean, just natural comedic timing.
It's great. And those two working well together, Robin and Iturbide. And first time these two have been matched up. And look, Iturbide definitely opened it up a little bit more in this match, play more aggressively. But that's exactly what it calls for in this 4th division. Iturbide knows it. He's played alongside, I mean, a bunch of different players. I mean, Bradley, I believe, last season was a great counterpart. And, you know, if you're comparing his partner last season to Robin, I mean, Robin is a very solid catcher. He's got a lot of power. I think he's just a perfect backcourter. And look, we'll see how it goes throughout this season. Robin filled in so well for the Cyclones last year at the beginning of the year. Second half of the season kind of fell off a bit, but if Robin can get back to that form as a 5, I think he plays well above that rank.
I think you're absolutely right about that. I mean, Robin's catching. He just looks so comfortable in the backcourt now. Alex looking to make something happen, get some of that fire that he's known for. A long Cortada, good attempt, but just Iturbide was right there. And again, the Cortadas were working.
And then we saw that last backhand 2-all attempt. Someone was asking me before the season, do you think they're going to be as effective on this court as maybe the other? And, you know, look, there may be a little bit more space, but I just don't know if it's that easy to score here. But Stu, maybe you
But
can
they
provide...
open up more.
Okay.
A well thrown, they open up closer. And by open up, I mean they cut out at the 1.5-2 line here.
Okay.
And if it's so the guys who can throw it well, yes. They just need to get used to it.
Yeah.
There's
everything.
a natural apprehension about giving points away in tournament play, which basically all battle court is, because there's so much money riding on every point for the players.
See what they got here for set 2. Alex and Bueno have the serve.
Outside serve by Alex to start off the second set. Robin takes it. Forehand to the inside. Bueno. Perfect placement. Backhand from the 7. Robin with the catch. Hard backhand, looking to pass. Wall to wall from the left side. Alex on the forehand. Iturbide comes to the side wall to make the play. Bueno now. Backhand, right up the middle. Rotate left side by Iturbide. Alex attacking with the right side. That ball goes off the frame of Alex Acesta. First point of the second set to Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, it's an interesting throw by Robin, almost like baiting Alex to try to go for that big bouncer. It kicked up right in front of his face, but it's so close to Alex that naturally he's going to want to go for it.
The chief judge
Made him
refers to
pay.
that as slow def.
Yeah.
It's harder to catch. It's harder to catch a slow ball. And Robin changed things up there beautifully.
Again, you're seeing how big the bounce is, how much of a factor it is
Yeah.
here in this court.
Alex from the 8 line. Right side played to the back, and Robin's there. Rotate forehand by Alex. Rotate on the high bounce, saved by Iturbide. Bueno steps in. Rotate saved by Iturbide. Alex charges, takes it on the forehand. Low and hard, scoop by Robin.
What a grab.
Alex, Rotate right up the middle. Robin takes it on the right side. Over the top he comes. Picada. Big bounce. Stopped by Alex. Alex sends it back, wall to wall from the right side. Scoop! High on the left side of Bueno. Robin again, Pika. Alex backs up at the 8 line. He takes it, forehand, straight back. Robin's there. Karam, Alex reads it, gets to the outside, makes the catch. Low and hard on the return, caught by Robin, juggled by Robin.
Just an extra hitch.
Point for Alex and Bueno. That was one of those in announcing where you really hope that the whistle's coming.
Sir, ref. Yes, he saw it. Definitely an extra motion as Robin tried to get that throw off. You saw him hesitate and control it in the basket, and yep, that's a foul.
Robin from the outside, low, hard backhand. Alex is there. Alex to the inside. Robin with the tip ball, 2 points for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves.
Really smart throw by Alex. I mean, he saw Robin to the outside, put it back inside. Along the wall, it was dropping low, and that's a long run for Robin and a dangerous one trying to get in there on the side wall.
Robin down low, backhand to the inside. Bueno from the 9 line. Rebote left side. Bueno on the catch, backhand from the 6. Wall to wall. Forehand rebote by Iturbide. Alex cuts it off, great catch at the sidewall. Powerful backhand follows. Scoop, attempt, tipped. 3 points for Alex and Bueno in the black shirts of the Warriors. Alex has a serve. High scoop, always tricky.
Well, high scoop, and definitely, fatigue a factor as we move through this match. You see Robin backed up on the glass trying to get a couple extra breaths here, and I don't think Iturbide goes for that one if Robin is in position. That's a very difficult scoop.
Here's a backhand by Robin, low and hard to the inside. Coming fast, Bueno stops it on the forehand. High, hard return, caught by Robin. Robin straight over the top. Bueno from the 8 line, backhand. Iturbide steps in at the 8, backhand to the inside. Bueno advances, takes it in the air. Iturbide again, backhand. Little clip. Bueno gets the outside, takes that in the air.
Great catch off the wall.
Well, he's either going to take it in the air or he was ordering steak. I couldn't, one or the other. Big bounce brought down by Robin. Did you get it? Was it a steak order?
I think he was on it. I think he got it.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Rebote left side to the inside for the big bounce, brought down by Bueno. Backhand. Bueno from the 10 line. Beautiful catch by Robin off the sidewall, deep in the backcourt. Robin again from the back wall.
There it is
Backhand
again.
2 wall, stopped on the forehand of Alex. Karam by Alex scores. 4 points for Alex and Bueno. Alex serves. Yeah, stop throwing that. It doesn't work here.
Yeah, you saw it. Iturbide
I mean, it
telling
might
him.
at some point, but I mean, you give Alex the ball on his right side.
Well, that's also, you got to know your role, and Robin's role on this team is not to kill the point. It's to protect the backcourt and the Chick-Chack and the Chula. Iturbide does all the killing in his own.
And we have nothing but love for Robin,
Of
obviously.
course,
Wanted
no.
to make something happen there, but he's got great shots.
Yeah.
He's playing great here. Excellent catch by Bueno. Big backhand follows. Rebote, played by Iturbide. Robin again, this time from the 10 line. Bueno on the forehand. Ichibide takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. To the corner it goes. Fine catch by Bueno. Keeps it in play. Rebote saved by Ichibide. Bueno from the 8 line. Powerfully to the inside.
And Bueno really settling into his role in the backcourt. He's a player that, like Robin, has mixed it up between the front and back. Mostly front court for Bueno, but looking increasingly more comfortable point by point. Hasn't missed one in
What a catch
quite
there
a
in the
while.
corner.
Yeah.
Alex moves in, forehand, played back. Robin takes that down low, difficult catch. That one was dropping, held on to it. Big backhand by Bueno. Rebote, 2-all. Stop by Alex. Cortada by Alex. Carambola by Alex will score. 5 points for Alex. And Bueno, possible set point. Thought it was a Cortada, but yeah, it came off the wall pretty hard. Carambola.
Yeah, coming right back at Ichibide off the side wall makes that catch even more difficult. But here's the throw again, going for the 2-wall off the rebote. Alex just plays defense so well. He's there in a step, makes the catch, and makes him pay.
Fault, over serve, second serve, must be good. Rebote, left side by Alex. Ichibide attacking with the forehand, throws the carom. Alex stops it. Costado, 2-wall. Oh man,
right
what a shot. It scores, almost takes out the front court judge.
Oh, it took him out. That's the set, too.
Point and set for Alex and Bueno. 2 minutes on the board. Hopefully Steve's okay. We'll move on.
This is like the at the deli counter, how thin you want it sliced
But
to.
this is what I would.
Look at how this opens.
This is what you
Man.
asked me about. Remember, you asked me about like, what will the 2 walls do here?
Right.
Well, I mean, look at where that ball is. I mean, he's adjacent to the 2 line.
I mean, that hit the ref right in the sternum. I don't think he was expecting it to open up quite like that. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. What play by Alex coming back here in set number 2. And alongside, hey, Bueno playing great backcourt as well.
Consistent catching, getting the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, like you go down to Division 4 and you're playing with a strong front quarter, you don't have to be a hero in the backcourt. And we say that time and time again. You just got to play your role. Bueno doing a great job in set number 2. And again, fatigue becoming more of a factor for the Chargers. I mean, Robin was passing, getting some of these throws a little bit deeper in the first set. And as the set went on, it wasn't as much of a factor. You see the Chargers sideline to Migarena and Zulaika. Well, they're coming up next to take on Douglas and Manny. Right now, the game day tied 2-2, so whichever team wins this match, the loser will have a chance to tie coming up next. But the winner of this match here, Stu, will have a chance to outright win the game day coming up next as well. And for those new to battlecourt scoring, you get 1 point for your team in the standings for winning the game day. Half a point goes to your team if you tie 3-3, and 0 points go to your team if you win 2 matches or less and lose the game day.
And those half points, it's when they were first introduced,
1
I was
point,
like, how do they, and then,
1 point for a
then we
win.
get to the end of the season, it's like, oh my.
Half a point for a tie. And then it's early, Stu, but you just want to get people, just get the gears working. If the points are tied, then we go to a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker is total matches won. So that's why we say every match matters, because at the end of the day, we saw it last season, it comes down to a tiebreaker, and then one match in February or September may be the difference between making the playoffs and not. Set 3, ready to go, Stu.
Our third and final set has begun for this match with the serve by Ichibide. There's the backhand by Bueno. Alex from the left side. Hard to the inside, and Robin's there. Robin powerfully wall-to-wall from the left side. Rebote kicks all the way out.
Big backhand there.
Catch by Ichibide. Low and hard, coming to the back wall. Split placement will score. First point of the decisive third set goes to Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves.
And you would think with a little wider court, a little taller court, a little deeper court as well, that those split placements are going to be more effective. I mean,
And that's the first one I believe
right.
I think that's the first one we've seen.
I believe so.
Iturbide picks the serve, drops it inside, and it scores. Well thrown. Tied up, 1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
As he did in the first match, Iturbide stepping in front of a serve. So much confidence here. The inside has really been working for him. I mean, Alex knows he's got to defend the net. That's the one thing. When Iturbide makes the catch, don't get beat by the two wall. Well, there's a whole lot of court to the inside, too, that he found there. Tied it up.
Here's the backhand by Bueno. Iturbide deep in the backcourt makes the catch. Forehand, crossing the wall. Brought in by Bueno at the 8. Rebote left side by Alex going to the corner. Robin makes the catch overhead. Picada. Alex backs up, takes it on the left side. Here's the backhand.
Tough catch.
That backhand caught the overhead screen. That's out of play. 2 points for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves.
Yeah, Robin's fallen victim to the overhead screen a couple times today. Another one in doubles. You just don't have that ball quite secured in the basket. It's bouncing around. You give a big swing and it ends up a little higher than you'd like. Out of play. Good throw there. Yep.
Scoop attempt tipped in the backcourt. 2-2. Iturbide serves.
Well, great response from Robin. I mean, moving to the outside, just a low bullet right at Bueno. Keeps it low so Alex can't make that run and try to save a rebote. Smart shot, well executed, and knotted up 2-2. I mean, that's the type of play that Robin can make from the backcourt that's just devastating to the opposing backcourt. It doesn't need to be a shot. Low, hard to the inside, close to that wall. Difficult enough.
Rebote left side by Iturbide. Alex attacks with the forehand. Sidearm Karam does not open up. Stopped by Iturbide. Placement by Iturbide is perfectly crossing the sidewall to score 3 points. The Chargers, Iturbide and Robin. Well done. Alex trying to make something happen here. Great catch. Sidearm Karam, but it does not open.
I mean, really on this court, you pay for a poorly thrown shot a lot more than you do at the other because, I mean, those ones crossing the sidewall before, not all too difficult. This one, nearly impossible. Gives the Chargers the lead.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, this court, let's just say, demands that you do that you do certain things. Former court for the development of the program, forgiving. This court demands that you do things correctly. Or get really lucky. Here's a catch by Robin. Backhand from the 9 line. Bueno, fine catch at the 10. Robin powerfully from the forehand, high to the front wall. Bueno makes a great catch. Iturbide from midcourt, backhand to the inside, wall to wall it goes. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Alex. Bueno on the catch. Backhand. Scoop by Alex. What a catch by Robin. Bueno in the corner with an equally fine catch on the left side. Here's Iturbide from the 7. Robote, powerfully thrown. Alex stops it in the air. Backhand. Iturbide at the sidewall. Ball's on the wall, and Bueno makes a great catch. Alex on the forehand. Big backhand by Bueno. Robin has it on the right side. Alex will take it in the air. Rifles the cortada, stopped by Iturbide. Bueno, great catch behind the 9 line. Robote left side.
Great save.
Alex attacks, has it on the forehand. Cortada scores. 3-3, Warriors serve.
Well, Robin let one pass, and there's Iturbide going down to the floor. I mean, he gets the Robote up, but he kind of feeds Alex. Just
look at this ball, just
pummels it into the side wall, and it's dropping and scoring. 3-3. Back and forth match, as was the previous one between Alex and Iturbide.
Here's a backhand by Robin. Robin on the right side. Alex takes it in the air. Another cortada. This one stopped by Iturbide. Iturbide to the inside with a light touch where it scores. 4th point for Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, that Costado 2-0 is always in the back of Alex's mind. He's like, I haven't seen it yet. When is he going to break it out? And that's why you see that lunge.
Leaves the wide side, leaves the inside
lunge
wide open.
To the outside, and look, rightfully so, given what we've seen from Iturbide. If you don't commit to defending the 2-all, there's no chance you can get out to it. If you don't commit to the inside, well, maybe there's a 1 or 2% chance you can get to it, but not even Alex that time with his speed.
Sounds like there's commitment issues.
We'll get into that later, but.
Yeah. Robote left side by Iturbide. Ball tipped by Robin. That's a 4th point for Alex, and Bueno leading to our very first 4-4 is the score in the Jam Arena. Alex serves.
My guy's letting me down, Stu. Oh, you know what? I think we see him in the back row.
Powerful throw by Robin to the inside. Here's Bueno. Here's the backhand by Bueno, carrying high with Robote. Alex will keep this on the right side. Right to the inside. Good catch by Iturbide. Inside placement. Caught by Bueno. That's a great read. Robote forehand by Iturbide. Beautiful catch by Robin. That clipped. Iturbide takes it in the air.
2-all.
Costado 2-all will score.
Clutch.
5 points for Iturbide and Robin. Possible set, possible match point.
Well, there's the 2-all, and look, he's got Alex trapped inside. Yep, Alex can't cross in front of him. That makes that throw awfully dangerous. And
see where it's opening up, though? You asked me before. Yep. Not even close to the underserve line.
Oh, a shot there. Chance for the Chargers to take the lead heading into the final match.
Bueno on the backhand to the inside. Iturbide plays deep, backhand from the 8. Iturbide again.
Pretty deep, too, back at the 9 line here.
Yeah, he's really taking control of this point. That ball clips the sidewall, moves to the outside. Iturbide is on it. Bueno moves in for the catch, takes it on the bounce. Backhand, a little clip. Robin's there. Alex now from the left side.
Oh, that's it.
Ball tipped in the corner. That is point set in a hard-fought match for Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers, taking it 6-4 in the 3rd set.
Well, the Warriors won the first 2 matches of the game day, but the Chargers have come roaring back 3 in a row, and they have a chance to win the game day. Up next, Douglas and Manny taking on Zulua and Amigarena. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one! Back with our winners there, Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide, 2 hard-fought matches for you. What was it like to get the win there on this new court for you?
Iturbide, tuviste 2 partidos bien difíciles los dos. ¿Qué tal se siente haber ganado en esta nueva cancha?
Bueno, es importante empezar ganando o empatando el día, por lo menos.
It's very important to start the day with at least a tie or winning the day.
Sabemos que es un frontón nuevo y que tenemos que adaptarnos todos a él.
And it's a new fronton, so we all have to adapt to it.
Antes empezar bien.
But it's good to start on a good note.
Yeah, Robin, for you, I think the first time, at least in battlecourt, you've played alongside Iturbide. What is he like as a partner out there?
No pressure for me.
Solo! Robin, let me ask you a question. Okay, backhand stew. Is this a good thing or bad thing on this court?
No, I just wanna piece this too. That's why I'm throwing that.
Well, hey, you got the win in the end, and hey, double whammy. Got Stu upset and the win.
Great to have you back, Robin. We love you.
Thank you, thank you.
Great job, guys.
Great job, Iturbide.
Well, chance to win it up next. Gave him an opportunity. The Chargers send out Zulua and Amigarena to take on Douglas and Manny. So, Chargers win this match. They will pick up a full point for the game day win. If the Warriors win this match, game day will end in a 3-3 tie, and both teams will get half a point for our standings. Now, this is a Douglas and Manny team. Season 7. They played in Division 1. They were 2-8. Last season, they moved down to Division 2. They finished at 5-5. But this year, this Warriors team is back up in Division 1. We'll see how they fare against some of this top competition. As for Zulua and Amigarena, well, first time we've seen, I believe, this pairing for the Chargers. Zulaika's played with Ubia. He's played with Benny. But Amigarena, same type of backcourter when he's on. He's got a great left side and can really control play from the back. Last couple throws here before we begin our final match. There's the whistle. Game day on the line. Chargers with a chance to win it. Zulua and Amigarena against Douglas and Manny. We are ready to begin our final match of the game day. Chargers lead this game day 3-2. Douglas and Manny will serve for the Warriors. There's a serve by Douglas. We begin our final match of the day. Backhand wafted to the inside, dropping low. There's Manny, lines it up beautifully in the corner. Manny backed up to the glass, keeps it on the left side, then sends it high and deep. Amigarena, same spot, pulls it in. Now Amigarena back at the 10 line, right up the middle. Here's Manny now. Backhand kicks off the side wall. Amigarena up a little bit further. Right up the middle. Manny stepping out of the way this time. Douglas alone for the rebote. To the inside. Oh, Zulua backed up, gets involved. Rebote coming up the middle. Now Amigarena just beyond the 9 line. Offset high to the inside. Manny watching again. Douglas over the top turns this rebote. Zulua moves in. He's got the costado right up the middle. Manny, who got there just before the second bounce. Cortada, dangerous. Oh, picked up by Zulua. Zulua in the middle of the court. Costado again, this time with a softer touch, but Manny read it the whole way. Amigarena steps up, cuts it off before it crosses the wall. Now a tough rebote. Douglas down on a knee. Lofts it up to Zulua. Left side Robote, big bounce. Amigarena controls it, gets the backhand off, keeps it low. It's on the numbers. Manny reaching in. Tough grab. Now Amigarena from the outside. Three-wall play. Douglas in the middle of the court, sends it up high. Big bounce. Tough Robote, not there. That took a bounce off the floor. First point for Douglas and Manny here. Begin our final match.
Such a hard-fought first point. Aggressive play by all four players. Positioning by Manny impeccable.
Douglas out of the way of that throw. Amigarena puts it on the wall. That's tipped.
Tipped.
Chargers get one back here, tied up 1-1.
Rare miss by Manny.
Well, Manny not going to get to that serve. That is an ace. On the outside, Zulua and Amigarena lead 2-1.
That was a really good double serve in terms of it crossing the side wall, but it died coming out of the box.
Yeah, it did. You saw that last effort by Manny trying to sprint up to it at the last second. He knew it was dropping and just couldn't get up there. Manny's got this one. Backhand. Pumped inside. Caught by Amigarena. Douglas now backed up beyond the 7. Floats it high and deep. Robote now. Zulua comes it over the top. Looking for the bounce. Douglas waiting for Manny. Makes the pickup. Manny now from the 9. Puts it inside along the wall. That's dropping. Amigarena takes it in. Sends another one deep. Manny ducks out of the way. Douglas comes back and saves the Robote. Lobs this one up a little higher. Amigarena takes a step back, controls it, backed up to the wall. And he sends it over Zulaika's head, kicks it off the side wall. Great recovery by Zulua to make that catch in the air. Now Amigarena. Backhand low, coming up the middle. Manny runs around it to keep it on the left side. Tough one there. Not a lot of space. Amigarena comes out with it. Now Manny, same spot from the corner. Amigarena able to pass. Douglas scrambling to save the Robote. Got it in play. Zulua moves up on it. Fake the costado. Put it back inside. Now Manny. Amigarena handles that catch. Manny looking into that corner. Douglas all the way back to make the save. Zulua with the scoop in the front. The 2-wall, 2 score. Zulua makes it 3-1. Favor of the Chargers.
Zulua with an aggressive style of play that we saw in World Supercourt last summer. Didn't quite see it landing. Didn't see him landing them this well in the last season. But, man, he has been both in the singles appearance before and doubles appearance now. He's playing great. Throw the ball where your opponent's not, whether it's 2-all inside. He's been doing it all day.
Yeah, last season, Zulua just 4-16 across his 20 doubles matches. And again, when the Chargers have success, his doubles teams are well above 500 or right around there. Robote turned over the top. Douglas, what a catch, just rips it off the sidewall. Now Amigarena backed up in the middle of the court. This one kicking up and out. Robote now for Douglas. Big bounce to the inside. Amigarena chooses to attack. Right choice. Makes the catch. Fires it back. Now Manny.
That was a good read by Amigarena.
Deep in the backcourt. Manny runs around it again. Puts it up the middle. Amigarena keeps it on the left side. Douglas now tracks down the Robote. Flips it in. Amigarena lines it up off the sidewall. Big backhand again. Manny watching. Douglas for the Robote. Amigarena out at the 8. Ball Manning going to step up, makes the catch in the air, tries to pass. Amigarena not going to let him. little more behind this one. Amigarena still moves up, handles from the left side, then sends it deep. Not coming out. Douglas stops at the 6, turns it up the middle. Zulaika, what a scoop. The cortada follows.
Oh, what a stop.
Douglas is there.
That was a beautiful cortada thrown by Zulaika, but man, Douglas was all over it.
Now Manny from the 6. Amigarena takes it outside, makes the catch, fires it over Douglas's head. Oh, able to get back in there to cut it off. Inside placement. Zulaika got there with one hand. High bouncer. Zulaika thought about it, couldn't get there. Now Amigarena attacking from the back, shoots it low and hard. Wow, Manny, what a play.
Zulaika in the backcourt.
Yeah, Zulaika now in the back. Amigarena's in the front. Douglas shoots a cortada. That will score. That's 2 for the Warriors here. Well played point.
Such a hard-fought point, again, by all 4 players. Zulaika in the backcourt. Douglas seeming a bit more comfortable here. Great catch. Checks out the court. There's the cortada dying off the side wall.
Well, Amigarena moved up on that serve. It was dropping, and a strong backhand follows. Douglas alone for the rebote, fires it inside along the wall. Ooh, it crossed late and then was dropped. 3-3, Warriors have come back to tie it up.
Amigarena has been spot on in terms of catching. That one, a little down low. Beautiful serve by Douglas.
Manny, there's that backhand, caught the corner. Amigarena waiting for it inside. Forehand rebote, picked off by Zulaika. There's the backhand coming in high and deep. Manny ducks out of the way. Douglas coming back to save the rebote. Backhand floated up again. Here's Manny from deep in the backcourt. Keeps this one low. Amigarena's got to play. Stops it on the left side. This one right on the wall. Manny, no fear, puts it in. Manny now just beyond the 9. Sends it up high again. Amigarena back in position to cut it off. Backhand, a little clip off the sidewall. Amigarena's got it on the forehand over Douglas's head. Oh, but he's there to cut it off. Inside placement, fake the 2-wall, back inside. Zulaika's on it. Floats it back. Manny is there. Manny again with the backhand. This one coming in high and deep. Amigarena steps back, controls it. Another backhand now. Manny reaching in with the right side. Manny tried to get out to the rebote late. It is missed. That's 4 points and the lead back to the Chargers.
Wasn't just a timing issue for Manny there. Manny will make that rebote, but that ball was glued to the side wall.
Right on it.
Douglas has gone inside now twice on Zulaika. Zulaika's gotten in there both times.
Well, yeah, even going back to that singles match, Douglas had a few opportunities and he didn't throw a lot of 2-walls. You know, when he's confident,
we've seen him in practice.
He just rips one after another. When he's not confident, you see shots to the inside a whole lot, and we've seen a bunch of them, but got a lot of highlight left in this match and a chance for the Warriors to take some points on the day.
I mean, Zulaika's right side will scare you away from some of that.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Manny now from the 9. Now here's Manny. Backhand cutting inside. Amigarena's there. Ball missed. That's 5 for Zulaika and Amigarena. Possible set point here for the Chargers.
It happens quick. Great play by all 4 players. Amigarena doing a I keep messing up his name. I said it fine for years. Amigarena doing a great job in the back. As is Manny.
Manny high, lofting backhand. That's coming out. Ooh, kind of died off the back wall. Zulaika stays with it. Douglas, long cortada. That'll score. 4 points for Douglas and Manny.
Shot of the day, cortada. They've been scoring consistently.
Oh, Migarena keeps it low. Look at Douglas, great foot speed to come across the court to make that catch. Douglas reaching in from the 8, backhand lobbed up, coming in for Migarena. Now Manny floats it back, and Migarena from the 10 line, keeps it a little bit lower. Manny steps up. Rote forehand, played back over the top. Zulika didn't want it. Migarena backed up again to the middle. It's tough for Bote. Douglas goes down to the floor. Zulika attacking, picks it up off the wall. Looking to pass it again. Manny digs
What a save.
out the Rebote. Zulika's got another chance. Straight to the inside. What a scoop by Manny. Well, backed up to the 9. Manny's everywhere. Big backhand coming up the middle. Back to Migarena. High and hard. Manny watching this one. Douglas comes back for the Rebote. Sends it inside. Migarena lines it up. Douglas left side Rebote. Looking for that big bounce. Migarena steps back to the wall. Makes the catch comfortably. Right back to Manny. Quarters trading throws here. Manny puts this one a little closer to the side wall. No fear for Migarena. Nice stop. There's the Rebote for Douglas. It's a forehand coming back to Migarena. Migarena now just beyond the 9. Sends it in deep. Oh, he can behind this throw. Douglas, strong Rebote. Migarena steps up. He's at the 8.
Douglas doing a good job of keeping away from Zulika.
Now here's Manny. 10 line, back inside of Migarena. That one clipped, coming out. Douglas backpedaling into position, fires it high. What a high scoop made by Migarena. Oh, that drops right in the corner.
What a save.
Douglas got enough on it. Warrior scrambling. Zulika faked the carom, put it inside where it scores.
Yeah.
Point and set. Zulika and Migarena win it 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2. Take another look at this replay. Yep, cuts off the swing, and oof. Again, it's devastating when you have the 2-wall that forces the opponent to defend the entire width of the court.
Right.
You know, it's like pitching. You know, if you throwing 2 balls that are coming in from the the same line, one drops a couple feet, one stays on the same plane. That's the same thing with the 2-wall. You got to defend the entire width, and the opponent is never really comfortable, and you can see why. So many shots, and Zulika's had a pretty big day. Took out Douglas in singles and looking to do it again here in doubles and get his team the game day win.
Opening day of battlecourt 2026, actually spring 2026. And the centennial anniversary of Miami Jai-Alai, the Jam Arena.
We're just getting started this week. Opening day today. We're in action the entire week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday through Thursday begins at 3 Eastern. Fridays at 7 Eastern time. Well, I got one stat, Stu. I've kind of been holding this stat for 2 months now since we finished last season. Chargers are looking to do something. They finished in last place in the regular season last year. So, how many times do you think a team has finished in last place and then the next season made it to the championship? There's been 8 battle court seasons. I mean, you think it'd be pretty surprising to happen one time.
I will say that it's happened 3 times.
Stu, I didn't even give you the stats beforehand. 3 times it has happened. First, season 2, the Chargers finished in last place, and then in season 3, the Chargers ended up winning the championship. Then in season 4, the Warriors finished in last place, only to come back in season 5 to win the championship. And then just last year, the Cyclones in season 7, they finished in last place, and we remember what happened to the Cyclones last season. They ended up hoisting that championship trophy.
I pretend like I hate stats and don't know them. And to be honest with you, I mean, that was a lucky guess. I'm not going to sit here and take credit for something I didn't concentrate on.
So 3 times in battlecourt history is the team that finished in last place the previous season gone on to win the championship. So Chargers looking to do it. Going to get the game day here. They've got the 3-2 lead. Worst case, they come away with the tie. Douglas is ready to serve to begin set number 2. There's a serve by Douglas. Second set has begun. Oh, with a tip ball there deep in the corner. That's going to get the Chargers on the board quickly here as we begin our second set.
Ball coming in fast and hard.
Big backhand there. Rabote tracked down by Zulua, fired up the middle. Ooh, Douglas is there, makes the catch, shoots a long Cortada. Wow, came up on Zulua. He made the catch and the 2-wall scores. What a combination there, 2-0. Chargers out ahead early in set 2.
Zulaica's just been on fire all day. Again, when you look at it point by point, Zulua playing with a high degree of confidence, so comfortable out here.
Manny from the outside, he's got it on the forehand. Oh, Amigarena all alone, makes a tough high scoop on the left side. Now Manny again, forehand, sidearm play. Zulua backs up, makes a fine catch. Catch inside there by Amigarena. Backhand comes out low, right to Douglas. Waste no time, there's the Costado. A 2-wall opens wide and scores.
If you got it, use it. We've been saying it since, well, I've been saying it since the beginning. You have to be able to throw the shot. You have to have confidence to know when to throw the shot.
And when it's a good 2-wall, Zulaica's not really close to it. And
Absolutely.
That's the thing with the confidence. There's no reason to be deterred because, sometimes it's just, just a miss a bit.
Matt throws it so well, but again, there's an apprehension. Again, Zulaica's right side will scare the 2-wall out of you, I guess is a good way to put it. It's like, if I don't throw this perfect, this guy is going to kill me with it.
Right up the middle here. Manny watching it. Douglas comes back into position, fires it inside. What a scoop there along the wall. Amigarena. Douglas, there's a 2-wall. That's too wide. 3-1 lead for the Chargers. Yeah, going right back to it off the Rabote. And as you said, that's a little more complicated off of this court.
Just a bit too high. It's one thing that we were noticing in the practices was just lower by comparison, just throwing it lower. The sidewall is going to help.
Manny from the outside sends it up high. Amigarena. Oh, couldn't get there. Zulua now backpedaling quickly. Makes the save. Forehand comes in high. Amigarena. That was too close to the wall. Likes to play the Rabote on the back end. Comes right to Douglas. Cortada scores. That's 2 for the Warriors. Cuts the lead back to 1. The deficit back to 1, rather. Douglas will serve.
Beautiful Cortada here. Low and hard enough. Again, it's more important that it cross the side wall. It's not, in fact, had he thrown it harder, Amigarena might have caught it.
Amigarena's got this one. Lined up inside. There's Manny. Catch inside Manny just beyond the 9. Floats it back. Amigarena runs around it. Backhand kicks off the sidewall. Amigarena takes off, makes the catch outside. Low runner back to Manny. All alone in the corner. There's a nice save.
Juleika retreats, stops at the 8, sends it up high, back inside. Manny can't get to this one. Douglas goes down to the floor, sweeping save on the rebote. Inside placement. Manny, great read, stepped up, made the catch just before that second bounce. Now Zuleika, rebote forehand, kicks off the sidewall. Douglas, great catch.
Oh, my.
Oh, Amigarena blind going into the corner, somehow comes out with it. Now Douglas beyond the 7, the pressure on, but Amigarena recovers, great stop. Catch by Zuleika, floated high and deep. Now Douglas alone. Amigarena backed up to the wall. Fine catch again. Right back to Manny. Zuleika digs it out, plays it back inside. Douglas steps in front. Tough catch. Powerful forehand into the corner. Stopped by Amigarena. Now Manny. Takes Amigarena to the outside once more. Hard backhand coming over his head. That's coming in deep. Douglas has to save another rebote. On the hop, look at Amigarena backing up into that wall to make the play. 2-wall.
Caught the pad.
Just too low. Caught the top part of the pad.
He went for it.
4-2, Chargers lead.
Highlight a game of inches, and in that case, again, pressure was on. He went for it, caught the top of the pad.
Yeah. Backhand to the inside. Here's Manny. Amigarena backed up to the glass again. Strong throw coming out. Now Douglas trying to get out there for the rebote. Makes a save. Amigarena's got it. Forehand crossing the wall. Caught by Douglas. Cortada follows. Scooped up by Zuleika. 2-wall by Zuleika. Scores. 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point here for the Chargers. Looking to potentially win this game day.
Beautiful and aggressive play by Zuleika, paying off.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Oh, Manny moving up from the outside, just powers that backhand. Chargers scrambling, it's a 2-wall. Ooh, not enough. Douglas from the outside, keeps it inside. Oh my!
What a
catch by Amigarena before the second bounce. Now Amigarena back in position. Nice catch up the middle for Manny. Now Amigarena from the 10 line again, puts it back inside. Manny reaching, pulls it in off the wall. Backhand, floated high. Clears the screen, Zuleika's on it. Rebote higher to the inside. Tough bounce, Manny under the bridge, looking to escape. He will not. Point, set, match, and game day. All going the way of the Chargers, courtesy of Zuleika and Amigarena, winning it 6-4, 6-2 in straight sets. See that game day score in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Chargers win it 4-2 and pick up a full point in our standings. We'll be back with our winners, Zuleika and Amigarena, here in just a few moments.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
I However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
4-2. Chargers win the game day today. Lost the first two, but they stuck with it and won 4 matches in a row to pick up our first points of the season. We are over in the DraftKings Players Cage, joined by our winning team here, Zulua and Amigarena, guys. First time, you may have some highlight experience playing together, but here in Battlecourt as a team, what was this first match like together, Amigarena?
For me, I know Zulua I know how.
Oh, apologize, some technical difficulties here, but we'll get that mic back on, and there we go.
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm
Please, yeah.
very happy to play with Zulua. We have been playing in Dania for many years, so I know how he plays, and I know that if I catch one more, Zulua is going to finish the point, so very happy, yeah.
And how about the mindset of this team? You guys drop your first 2 matches, you win 4 in a row, a resilient bunch, some new players. Again, what's the outlook for this season after today's win?
Yeah, I think we said it in the locker room. Even though we lost the first 2 games, we came here to learn, to adjust, to do the basics well, because in the long term, that's what it's going to give us the results. Right. Yeah. So that was the mindset. Even though we lost the first 2 games, we knew that we were going to have our chances, and hopefully we turn around and we got the win.
Awesome, guys. Great performance there. Straight set victory in doubles to get your team the game day win. Thanks for the time, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Great start to the season here, folks. And hey, we're going to be back in action tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for another Battle Court game day. We'll see you then, everybody.